I hope that you are ready for a good time today. This will be a special rant report. Actually, I won't give him no introduction. Boom, cack. What's up now? It's Alexander Rodgers. It's the big one now.
We're going to talk about it all.
See, you got to be here today. You got to be here because Alex called me. And then we was already just talking on the phone like we always do. And I'm like, I got to start a live, friend. But I'm like,
people don't know we're really friends in real life. Like, people don't like, when the pandemic hit, who did I get on the line with? When my father told me I could not stay in New York anymore, he could not work. Who did I call? Who did I get on the hotline with?
The main line. The main line. I gotta tag Alex in this post right now.
We on the main line.
Alex, share the live with your people.
About it all.
This room.
You know what? I don't want to get you into a YouTube trouble, so I'm not gonna cuss.
We can swear after, because I just saw something with YouTube today where someone made a.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why did you say Carlos King's name? I thought we weren't speaking about generational curses upon Black women.
Generation X.
You said cursing, so I thought you thought about Carlos King. I'm sorry. Was I wrong?
Maybe I was thinking you were singing a song about a Pepsi can, but I was wrong since we're going into generational curses. And speaking of generational curses, an election season is upon us. So make sure that everybody does what they need to do. But before we do all that, I want to say, Alex, welcome to the show. I love you, friend, down. And I'm glad to have you here. Tell everybody where they can support and follow you.
You can support me. My channel is Alexander Rodgers on YouTube. I'm Alexander Rodgers on Instagram. I am Alex Rodgers on X/Twitter, whatever they call it now.
Ugh.
And my Cash App is right there.
There you go. Thank you.
It's the first.
I hit send.
$1, extra $2. It helps.
I hit send today, kids. Okay, and y'all know I have to be in LA with Good C Diggy 1 for DragCon very shortly. So by all means, baby, like push on through. I ain't gonna be. Yes, that's gonna be me.
Oh my God, we gotta go to DragCon again. I'm sad I'm not gonna be there.
BB, I need you to come because, Madison hosts the Bring Back My Girl show and I have my VIP passes. So I was going to be able to be.
Wait, when is it?
It's the 19th and the 20th. The flights are cheap to LA right now, to be real. If you're doing Hopper or if you're looking through stuff, I was kind of shocked right now. They're still kind of low. It's on you, B. It's on you. You already know what's up. If you come with me, Alex, we have a good time.
How much is the tickets to get in?
Well, so if you did like a weekend pass for like just regular, general or whatever, I think like together it's $70 for the weekend. But if you did like a VIP, it's like $140. And that includes like the VIP room access, you getting into the lines faster, you getting ahead of other people, you getting different access.
Okay. I didn't know this shit was affordable. Like, honestly.
Oh, this isn't BravoCon.
I was going to say, like.
Oh no, this ain't and I remember you told me the prices. I was like, "That's."
Do you know what I am still financially recovering, and the audience gave us $4,500, $2,200 each, and do you know what that covered?
The ticket to get in. Yep. Wow, that's crazy. That's for what?
$1,200 each. Now, if you ain't eating shit, you ain't gotten away. We 5 minutes in. Okay, sorry.
No, we good. It's 5 minutes in. We good.
We ain't eating it because
what?
Like, and also the other influencers there. I'm not gonna tell their business, but we spoke. There was no one there that wasn't corporate sponsored but us. And that's why I feel free to ask the fans to donate for that, because we get now, I'm sorry. I got there and I made the reunion.
Literally.
Of Housewives.
Literally on TV. You were part of that entire a question that was asked that then was derived from the BravoCon. and Kyle motherfucking Richards had to be served to the table. I enjoyed seeing her flustered over your.
Ooh!
I enjoyed it because I knew that.
I love pissing off that rich wife. I swear for God.
She was hot.
I would sell her face on a T-shirt if I wouldn't, like, I know they would come after me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna play them games.
Okay, name them. I know that's like soulful dog.
And Sutton was nice to me.
Sutton, I heard, is a real sweetheart. So is Garcelle. You know, I don't know where other people would get.
Oh, Garcelle was also really nice to me. Like, I got the question that I asked Garcelle at BravoCon is going to shock all of you.
Oh my God.
So when Garcelle did a tour of her home, because you know all the girls do a tour of their home, and when she came on, she was like selling her old house, building another one, and then building a house on the beach as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, always two properties. Always two properties.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Hey.
But she had this beautiful geode, like, you know, those rocks that have like the big crystals inside.
Yeah.
She has one like 6 feet tall, like our size, in her hallway. And my question to her at BravoCon, I was like, where did you get that? That was so beautiful. And she said it was a place called LA Rocks. And like, I was like, I can't afford what you like, because that was expensive. But I was like, I would get like a tiny one. But that is the question that I got to ask her at BravoCon. And she was, and honestly, she was like, wow, you really watch. And then, when I met Giselle, and I was like, I asked her, what did you do with the pool that was in the house that you remodeled? And she was like, you really watched the show. And I'm like, baby, you know exactly who I am and exactly what I do.
Like, I'm like, Giselle, please act like you haven't seen.
You don't know. Oh, and let me tell you, and since this is an after Pride, I want to ask you this. Before we get into the hot.
Y'all catching the? This is the dialogue before the show. Come on with it.
So, I'm at a gay bar, maybe 4 blocks up from me.
Okay.
And the subject of TS Madison comes up.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, like, I know her. Her and I go back a dog's age. Like,
and I mean,
we are.
We have documented. We have full doc. I can literally sit in that truth with Alex and be like, I was there for that full Oliver twist right over there. All of it. Like, yep, right there, right in the room.
And then I was like, so you're familiar with the YouTube family. And then he said he knew Chris. And I was like, so you're a fan of Pop Roast. He said, no, I don't know who you are. A black gay man, just so we know, just so we're clear. And I'm like, and here's the thing, now the gag is, I pulled up the show and I was like, wait, so you know this guy? He said, yeah. I'm like, the one sitting next to me.
I felt, I mean, maybe his bottom was showing and he only has eyes for the top, but like, I can actually relate to this as one of the only, it's not just me, but one of the few Black people who are covering Drag Race, if not the person who has the most views, who is Black, that is covering it at this time, if not that or whatever. And I have people who I would think, where we all share this together, would definitely be in the room with me for conversations about Drag Race, but more hate me and choose others outside of it. And I don't take it personally, because it's, not all your skin folk ain't your kinfolk. That's one thing I've learned through life, through different places I've lived, and that we ain't all in this together because it was one little thing that someone doesn't like about you is going to take it to the next step.
I'll tell you this. Who calls you when there's a worldwide pandemic and says, share my mansion? That's who your folk are. That's who your folk are.
I mean, that is such and it's a wild story because remember, those Windows 98 blog sites were talking about the fact that there was so much beef and there was so much like, oh, Alex and Matty are like fighting and like people were seeing my live streams and taking out I was in the room watching people literally create stories and
well, we was in the kitchen having hot dogs.
We were literally drunk. We were literally faded. We were also going through our own
hot water.
Yeah,
in like, the hot water.
Like, Alex brought me there, and we were going to do stuff, and everything like that was going to happen. We did, but there was so much this pandemic that happened. Like I literally,
we were also going
different states. I was out of it. I was gone. Out of it. And I remember Alex just lost his dog. Literally, just lost his baby. We then also had what I would like to consider one of the most hideous creatures on the planet in that house at the time. You know, I lived through the movie Troll. I lived through the movie Troll, everybody.
I did. My fault. I brought the thief in the temple. That was my fault. I own up. I admit. I apologize. I fucked it up.
Who has seen The Cat's Eye?
I fucked it up.
When Drew Barrymore was sitting in that bed and that little creature got up, started the air. That's what we were dealing with. I need y'all to understand this here. Give me all of this essence of you. It was a mess. It was a mess. But me and Alex grew deep in our friendship through that experience. I have seen Alex in different spaces and faces y'all will never be privy to.
Ever.
I have seen my brother in situations where
you've seen me drunk, falling out.
Friend, I have pulled you out of a hot tub, cleaned up the whole mess afterwards, got you in the bed. I am your friend. Oh, do you hear me? Like, don't ever. Well, that's why.
That's my friend. Girl, you kept me from having a Whitney. You kept me from having a Whitney.
I have literally had conversations with Alex about his life. He's had conversations about my life. I sit and listen like we're friends. You know what I'm saying? So. I love you, bitch.
And love you deep, love you dear.
And you know I got you because
I do that one day again.
I pulled you at that time. I said, come on,
can't
girl.
wait until we have the coin to do another. Yeah, we gonna do it again.
I'm telling you.
The parasite.
Because just like when we were at DragCon and the moment TS Madison rolled up and I said hi and what's up, and I said, you remember Alex? Alex is here. I said, bitch, and you were coming. It was. That was God. I said, come on, talk. Because they hadn't spoken a second. And it was almost like a reconnection of energy. It was crazy. It was like family, sister, brother. They did all of that. And then she's like, I got to go, but we got to talk. But wait, what are y'all doing? Well, come to the panel. No,
and also, that was the first time Madison and I had spoken since all the shit had happened with the Queen's Court demise and the person that shall not be named, because I'm not going there, so I'm not naming that person, but the person that sowed seeds of discontent and profited off of a lot of Black women's homophobia. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to speak on it. That person shall not be named, but that person that tried to fuck our friendship up, she said, all that, it's in the past, it's nonsense, and you never said anything negative about me.
Yep.
We are cool, and invited me onto her stage through your invitation to shine.
And when we walked up there, and that one, I'm not going to call them out and say who they were, but they tried to skin check me, and I clocked that with the, you need to sit over here. And someone saw me and went, oh, no. Hey, Matthew. Hey, MattyRants. What's up? These are your people? You need to come in here? I know you're supposed, come on, follow me. Immediately,
and we went right to the
immediately
front. Right to the front.
As we walking up
at the front,
Silky, Vanjie, and TS Madison. Hey, everybody! While we walking in, sat right there. And mind you, we were gonna sit behind somebody. I don't know who you were in my rant pack, but you said I will move my seat to make sure that they have the row. So whoever you were in my rant pack, that was a real one that day, bitch. Because you were like, oh no, girl, we got you. I said. That was a reminder that I never know who in the room loves me more than somebody that can hate me ever. I never know how much, I never know. So I got to always walk in and just be myself. And that day was amazing. So, Shout out to TS Madison. I love her down. She still shows support. Love her.
And speaking of support and amazing days and YouTubers moving up, before we get to today's hot topics, I'd like to ask you about TGIF. All right.
You know what? It's a good.
I would get up if I did that. If I had pants on, I would get up.
It's a good time to do this disclaimer. Reminder, you're at a program that is for entertainment purposes only and constitutes to blind religion, race, to the company, individual base. And all opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are some personal views and do not affect the opinions of everyone on the planet. No hate should be sent to any shows that individuals mentioned. This program sees a big rude population strap because Matty and company are talking to me. If you look at the program, all right, good. Now that you know, I didn't put any of my links up, but you already know who I am. If you want to drop a tippy poo in my jar because I am a broke single father of 2 wonderful furry children, both of color, please paypal.me/MattyRants. MattyRants. Venmo MattyRants. I actually went into, and this is not racist, I went into that shop and said, I'm not getting a white cat because.
Wait, hold on. Is he white or is he black?
Oh, no, he's mixed. That's a mulatto. You know, I'm not mulatto. Not big lotto. That's not, oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. Black cats are the number one breed that doesn't get adopted because people associate with bad luck. But they're actually the most friendly cat you can get. They're very personable. And my mom was a prime example. He lets me hold him like a baby. You know what I mean? Mina, let me go. Like, she'll lay on me in the bed, but she's like, no, you don't get to tell me what to do. Mama was like, take me, daddy, pick me up. Sometimes I have to pick him up from the patio.
That reminds me of a man I met last weekend, but never mind.
Booty cat.
No. But back to TGIF.
Yes.
Well, we're the only ones that will be getting back to TGIF since Fox Soul won't. Now, I said on my show, and I will repeat, why, like, everybody knows I was in the running for Armand's position. Everybody knows. And here's the thing, even if I wasn't, the internet said I was. Everybody was down in the, and I will say there is nothing better than having everybody down in the comments submitting you for a job. I mean, I wish I had given y'all my resume.
My name was put in there a few times too, and I was like, "Whoa!" Everybody, like, I mean, I would first of all, I let Alex do that. If they even mentioned me before him, I'd be like, "No." I said, "No." Here's me. If you get him in, I'll come behind. But
I'm sorry. Do you not think
there
wouldn't be a host chair for you? Do you not? I'm sorry. Now you did not. I'm sorry. Did I? If I had a place for you at my paradise at the end of the world when I thought the world was ending with the virus.
I hear you.
Do you not think?
It's like, we know if we got the group together ourselves, it'd be nasty with that panel. Like, please.
Honestly, I could see a 5, almost 6-person panel. You, me, Chris, Bondi, Jay Lee, For It's Rocks. My YouTube mother. I will always shout out For It's Rocks. If you don't know who For It's Rocks is, the number 4, It's Rocks. Follow her. She is hilarious. She is wonderful. And she's helped me through some really tough times behind the scenes. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and me and Chris have been talking about how the YouTubers behind the scenes, this black YouTube group, we are there for each other. When y'all don't even know what's going on, when the check is late, we are there for each other.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, when I went to Atlanta with Scotty by Nature.
And Scotty would be the 6th.
Yeah, Scotty would definitely be in that. Even if we did rotating, we pulled other black YouTubers into the mixture. There is a huge amount of people we can go from that are very talented that just don't get
the ladies first panel. Let's not forget about them.
Very
like, and like, let's not.
And I got to meet a lot of people on that panel. They're good people. I love them. They're all so.
And it's almost too many to count, but like, it's really, there's a core group of like 12 of us that have been doing this shit since we've been doing this for now, a decade.
You're on a decade. I'm almost there.
Our 7-year anniversary is this August.
My decade will be the 2026. I'm on 8 years now, which is crazy. When I look back at my shit, I'm like, that was the first video, 2016.
I'm on 14.
Wow, Alex. And Alex is how I got more.
I really am older than you.
Yeah, but you're the one that got me to do YouTube. If y'all didn't know this, Alex is the one that got me to further go into my channel. Like I have people who are big timers now that do drag race. I'm not going to name them, but they said I started my channel because of you, and some of y'all watch them. They're very, very popular, and it makes me feel good. But Alex is that person for me. And
Rox is that person for me.
I'm getting emotional. Because
one of my life mottos is, if you're not getting emotional, if you're not crying, you're doing life wrong.
No, I just remember that first phone call we had for him.
You're not emotional, you're doing I can't believe that I get to be that person for you.
It was that one, we had that one phone call, it was like a 4-hour call. And we just talked about everything. And we were just breaking it all down. And then you were like, Matthew, I swear to God, you got it. Like, you just have to start doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and stop fucking apologizing for it. Just go and just do. And just let it be to the wind, friend. And just, I swear, Alex. And after that, everything just hit. And I thank you so much for just being my friend, but also really giving me the confidence to continue this journey. And
remember when we met for the first time? And I was in, we were in, he was coming to New York. I gave him my address. I was like, you can stay with me. We are friends.
It was my first time going to New York as an adult. It was so nerve-wracking. I was like, what the fuck is this?
And then coming to my house, I can only imagine you're like, oh, we in the hood now, baby.
I was total
that is the motto for my apartment. It is Lil Kim saying, you in the hood now, baby.
I get in Alex's apartment. I'm like, elevator or stair. Bitch, I tried them stairs. So, oh, yeah. We have to go back. Them tight motherfuckers.
It was apartment 42, the 4th floor. You better took that elevator. But I will never forget. I remember you walked in because I left the door open. And I was I was going to go downstairs to help you with your stuff. But, we're YouTubers doing a million things at once. And I heard you come in and the door closed. And you said, Alex. And I walked out of my room. And that was the first time we saw each other in real life. And we both just screamed.
We did. We literally just screamed. The full biggest hug ever. It was a good time. I loved it. And
Pete didn't know what was going on.
Yep. I had no idea. New York was so new to me. I loved it, but it was also this is fucking stressful. Everybody's moving so fast.
You see how I left.
I remember, it's funny you left because remember we talked about that when you were there. You're like, I'm thinking about it, but I haven't decided yet, and we'll go there. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and start this up. If you were like, wow, they've been talking for 20 plus minutes, because we actually just finished our phone call right here. So there you go.
Pretty much.
A few people on this docket today. I may say some things in Alex. Well, he's here, so there you go. So if you are fans of these people, no, don't take us too seriously. This man is actually a comedian, and I think I'm funny. No, I am funny, but for real.
You're just funny and not funny looking.
Yeah, never that. Relax, because I promise you, I don't wish ill on nobody. Everybody already making their own money. I'm trying to do my own thing. Who gives a fuck? Now, if her roots are dead, Reed. If she's making music for Black folks that's not really hitting hard, Camila. There we go. And if you got on stage and gave us Kirk Franklin, I have questions for you, Will. We'll talk about it. Also, I don't know why they cut out Usher's speech. I heard the whole thing. I was like, he was just talking about being a good Black man and raising sons and all this. And then, of course, his ex got brought up for no reason. Anytime you mention Alicia Keys, something bad happens. Victoria Monet's performance will go.
I didn't know Usher and Alicia Keys were dating.
No, he mentioned we gotta get into it. He brought up Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys, this whole messy situation.
Oh my God.
He's like, my bad, Tamika. And I'm like,
why everybody knows you have herpes?
like, why? I'm sitting here like, why would you, in the middle of an acceptance award, go on an 8-minute rant and then bring up your ex-wife and you thought that was cute? He had to take a second.
Wait, hold on. Can you bring us center for a second because I want to ask you something. You have your award speech already.
Yes.
I want to hear it.
Oh.
That's why I said bring a center camera. Bring a center camera. I want to hear it.
If I got an award, and this is how I'm going to do it. Okay. Or do you want me to do Usher or do you want me to do mine? Because I already have my
want you to do yours.
Oh, okay. I've already done my speech so many times in the bathroom, but when I get up there, I've already done the. I'm gonna take a moment to like really take it in because they're gonna have to stand up and like.
No, you're gonna take it in. It's
yeah, they're gonna give me an ovation. So I'm not going to immediately speak. I'm going to let it be like, this gay guy got up here and he finally got his dues, and you better stand the fuck up for my little bent wrist ass. You about to. Because if the girls knew me from the back of the day, they're like, he deserved this. I'm like, thank you. First of all, I want to give my shout out and my love to the family members that never let me go, knowing what was going down this road and where we're at today. For the girls that couldn't have me, enjoy the show. Now to the real shit. Mom, I did it. And we knew that was what was going to come through. Nothing for Pop, no shade. It's like that would be the first person. Would be Mom. We did it because, mind you, that was my goal. Was to accept my speech from my mom.
I know how much that means to you.
I swear on it. That's like the first thing I'm going to do.
That you're going to win it for her.
That
you're going to win it because of her.
That it's y'all don't know. Alex knows my story.
I've always heard that in your voice. I always have heard that.
I appreciate the emotion, Frank, because you know my mama's story.
I know.
That lady went through hell. So yes, I'm definitely going to be like the nicest.
It makes like because I know it makes me emotional.
Yeah, it's. If you ever met my mother, and Alex never met her, but like he knows through conversations and even people who would meet, if Alex met her, he'd be like,
I get to meet her through you.
She was the lady that did things for you for no reason. She brought food for track meets and kids.
Through you.
Yeah, like
I get to love her through you. I love her because of you.
She had a tough time. But,
I love you because of her.
You know, I love you because of you.
I wish I could thank her.
Shit,
for creating one of my best friends.
Oh, Alex, you're trying. You. I'm doing a good job, Fred. Hold up. God damn you.
All right. Okay. Now let me get to that. This is my Emmy speech.
No.
I planned for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And when I go on stage, give me a good vamp. Speaking to the orchestra. Give me a good vamp and something emotional. I don't know if I'm going to have this moment again.
That part.
This moment is first from my father,
who
has protected me and loved me. And he is why I am here today. This is much more for him than for me. To show us that we did it together. To the people in my life that have been there, and I will list your names now. Christopher Diggins, Matty-Rants, Brittany Blue, Jay Lee. Like, I'm going to list.
Oh God, it's like
that is why I am here, and we all did this together. I am the one that is honored, but you really need to look at the people that are holding the camera. And I'm done.
It's Lord. I'd probably be a sobbing mess the first time I get over work because it'd be like I have to mention Alex, I have to mention the panel, everybody, Jamar. Oh Lord, I say Jamar's name, I'm gonna start really crying. It's like that was the first co-host, and then
He's been with us since the beginning.
And that is why a lot of people, when y'all try my friend, I get so hot. I get so hot.
And also, Jamar went the producer route. We went we both have valid journeys,
and he really don't do nothing, and that's why I get so hot.
Don't bother nobody.
Don't bother nobody.
No, that means, do you know what he's doing right now? Minding his business.
Minding it.
Minding his business. I've been on a few lives with him. I've been on like 1 or 2 phone calls with him. I've never gotten to meet the man. Love to. Hey, the nicest person you could ever hope to have an interaction with. Never has a crossword to say.
The reason why
the only thing Jamar wants is good lighting. And I think we all want good lighting. That's the only, I would say, if you want me to give him a criticism, the man wants good lighting.
And a good AI editor. But yeah, and that's my shade for my friend. Love you. But listen, that's my love. I love him. Go ahead, great contacts. But
see, we ain't that close, so I'm shutting my mouth.
See, that's
good lighting is not a shade. Good lighting isn't a shade. Everybody wants good lighting. Everybody wants good lighting.
That's right. They got to change the exposure, the sharpness, the quality of the picture. Go ahead. I love my friend. I love the paintings that he presents with his pictures too. It's real artwork.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Don't be. I love my friends' PC photo shoots. It'd be cute. But no, I love Jamar. But we do.
And that is why I always give myself such a rough photo edit, where I'm like, I never try to make myself look pretty. I never try to have good lighting, because that way, when you meet me in real life, I look way better.
God,
people have met me and they're like, "Oh wow, you're really pretty," and I'm like, I was a model for Ralph Lauren for years. I do that shit on the internet so you focus on me actually being funny. Because Matt, you've met me. Am I pretty?
You are, Alex. Alex is definitely not. I would never go like, girl, Alex is not giving what needs to be given. My friend gives what needs to be given. Not everybody can be blessed. And we also give the people who aren't blessed with good looks a moment of silence. All right, we're done. So now that we can move into this here crash, I want to thank you so much for this tip.
Let's get to it.
Oh, this is about to be a good time today. You know what? For 34 minutes, y'all got a personal phone call that you would have had to pay $5 for on Patreon, bitch. Of us just sitting on the phone, talking, lifting each other up, laughing at people, and moving forward. Speaking of laughing at people, Taraji P. Henson opens the show, or I shouldn't say it was Chris Brown, but I'm not going to talk about people who put their hands on people. Taraji was sweating boots in this little hoodie, doing Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. I love Taraji down, but I was just... Y'all, I'm going to be real. I'm not going to have a positive review of the BET Awards. I don't know what I'm experiencing anymore when it comes to award shows. I feel like the talent in the room has left us. There are a lot of people who are very nice to hear, sometimes cool to look at, but I miss the days. I miss the legends. I miss it. I like Taraji. She was sweating boots. Girl. And they made you talk after this. We would have had an outfit change. Oh no, with They Not Like Us and Scene. We're gonna come back after the commercial break, beat in a dress. Like, no. Go ahead, Alex.
I want to know why she didn't fly away on the wings that they clearly made her eyebrows art to be. Because if I had those wings of an eagle, I would fly on the wings of love away from here to temperate climates.
I didn't zoom. This is literally a shot that BET chose to have of her because they wanted you to know.
On the wings of love.
It's giving me one of those etch-a-sketch brow things that you see people like getting at the stores trying to figure it out. Like, yeah, we go get it. I love Taraji. I don't love this. I didn't enjoy this beginning. I hated the whole show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna talk about it.
Bella said, I can't scream in my Uber.
All right, before we get to Let It Burn, Maggie, thank you so much for the super chat. To the man who taught me how to read and shade a hoe to the bone. Hi, Alex. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate the super chat. I know Alex appreciates those kind words. Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. This was a good level of cringe and corny with Taraji. You know, lately that's been the run. I think Oprah put something on her. No shade. Or I don't know who touched her recently, but it's been given that lately. They're going to honor Usher. Good for him. Moving forward.
Oh, God. Well, okay, we can honor Usher, but the fact
as an artist, his music for sure has definitely been like, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, personal life, none of my business. I'm tired of hearing about it. Who'd you cheat on? Remember when that one person said you had herpes and then we saw what she looked like and we were like, that's what you slam dunking? But then everyone said we were body shaming.
We're
like,
no. That first wife. You married your mother. Now, I may be a good old fashioned, but I won't marry my mother.
All right.
Oh my God.
You know, there was
nothing wrong. Here's the thing. I've dated older men.
As have I.
But they weren't like they were not like my father. You dated your mother. Like, you have a different version of not like us. You want like us. You want like Jonetta.
Oh. So basically it's Scrap and Mama D. Got it. Do you know that they had a show?
Or Deb Abney and Walker.
I'm gonna step to the side. I'm gonna leave that right there for y'all. Especially if you watched the Growing Up one or whatever the one that was, because Deb. I don't play with you. You shoot. Let me stop. Hold on now. Let me get back to it because we're not gonna talk about those kind of relationships. But Scrappy does have a show on Now That's TV. I have to talk about some of these love and hip hop.
Okay. Also, can me, you, and Chris just replace TGIF? Because here's the thing.
On.
All of us actually like and respect each other. And I will say, and I'm cool with Claudia. But there is a level of, baby, this makes you look bad. I've run, and I can toot my own horn on this. Chris and I are hitting our 7-year anniversary. And we don't make anywhere near that much money, yet we can still continue to get along.
And there's a way to convey your opinion without being argumentative and also gaslighting the people who you are having a conversation with into engaging in a uncomfortable disagreement. And I don't think we would ever have those issues. And I continue to see that.
But also, we love each other. We respect each other. When we get on stage and say, "Ooh, let's have some discourse about this," then that means I want to hear your opinion and you want to hear mine, even if we don't agree.
Yes.
Because that's going to make a good show. But guess what? We're going to walk off and be like, and you still like your toast that way. And I like my toast butter side up. You like your toast butter side down. And we're never going to. And we will get in a fucking yacht and not care. For that kind of money.
And I think they can find people who are entertaining that aren't also lightly colorist as well. But,
I don't have anything to do with
anywho, I'm going to move forward.
I don't have anything to do with that.
I've never heard of that, allegedly. If it puts on shitty lipstick and a bad wig, then there you go. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. So this is what happened on the show. And I'm going to go in my own order because I like to laugh. Will Smith. Can I tell you how I see what you did here with all those rocks on the ground while you're having this inspirational song of believing in yourself and finding another power, and you're back in rap again. And
you're worth $250 million. You ain't got shit to believe in but your tax bracket.
And the devil. So listen,
there is a level of once you get a certain amount of money shut the fuck up.
I'm over here like, why didn't you just have a bunch of raccoons running on stage if you just wanted to show Chris Rock on the same plate? Because you're above him, right? I see all the rocks. Like, I know the symbolism is you had to go through that raccoon to get to where he
hasn't had to go through anything since he had his first bad record deal. You slapped him and won the Oscar the same night. And guess what? You never have to work again. I wish I could hang up don't get me wrong. I love what I do. I love this YouTube. I love it. Mm-hmm. But if I could say, I don't have to, I get to come to you when I want to, and it's not about a check. Honey, I would cut you a $5 million check and say we can both hang up the phone.
Quickly. And I would literally just post up just for shits. Like,
and what you think Chris gonna get?
Right, the same amount.
All of us would be like, yeah, we would do a show from the yacht maybe 4 times a year.
That's right. And
from
we will not have Captain Sandy as our captain. I just want to make that very clear.
Well, I'm sorry. If I'm going to hire us a yacht, it would actually be, people that are capable. I've watched Below Deck, and I'm not paying $150,000 a night for that. But I also say Chris, not my Chris. He's not my Chris, but you know what I mean.
I know what Chris he belongs to. I mean, I know who he belongs to, but we'll go there.
But Chris Rock, you missed your opportunity. Bankrupt that motherfucker. I'd have taken every dime he had and his bald-headed bitch.
Oh my God.
That would have been red table talk. Because to get out of the red.
Chris, I mean, hold on. It wouldn't be red table talk no more. It'd be folding table talk.
I would just own the table. I would be doing advertisement for Red Table Talk because I would be getting 25%, which is what you are legally allowed to get when you garnish wages. I would have sued that fool for $485 billion.
Okay, spades table.
Honey, I would have gotten his oldest son, his youngest son, 4 of his houses, and Jada in the settlement to do with as I see fit.
Well, I'm actually happy that didn't happen because, I hate Chris Rock, but I also see Alex's point to where if he was really about it, he would have.
Child, you think you're gonna put a hand on me on a world stage?
On public television? Oh, like a whole, it's being broadcasted across the world. I ended it.
On today's episode of the In Me.
Listen, I'm here for.
Wait, hold on. Why are the sheets burning?
That's actually rocks on.
Is this a testimony to Usher and his herpes?
Let it burn. We like to say to anybody who may be going through some.
And also, the woman that married him, she knew the economy was going to get shitty. She said, "You know what? Let it burn because the bills is paid."
Listen, love is love, Alex.
When your rent is an issue, you like, you know what? I can put some salve on this.
Love is love, Alex.
I wish I had some rent salve.
Let those people love, Alex. You let them love on fire. You let them love in hell. You let them burn in their love and desire, Alex. You let them itch together. Don't you worry about what's going on over there. Listen, I want to remind everybody, because the disclaimer can't come up fast enough here, because the inflammation is real. That disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and contents not intended to malign any race, religion, gender, company, individual, pill takers, pill poppers, wigs, and all the rest of it. We thank you so much for being here today. Now, to Will Smith in this performance, I am here for the little rap gospel. I'm still a little bit of a Christian and all that. I hear people, but I always find this to be a tad bit corny. A tad bit cornball. Like, this is what we're doing now. We were jumping out of planes telling people to invest in fucking crypto 2 fucking minutes ago. Slap somebody, went away, and now Jesus. I said, okay, that's fine. But this is normally the route that certain Black actors or Black celebrities have to take. Look at Jonathan Majors.
I didn't know.
Baby, Megan Good. I know you don't have the tone to tell us if something's wrong because you're so monotone. We wouldn't know if you were being killed or possibly getting all of
the last movie Megan Good was in, the last good movie she was in was Eve's Bayou.
You say good. I call her Megan ever since. I call her Megan Bad Actress. That's the name I give her. Like, Megan Good what? No, Megan's good at bad acting. I cannot.
I've had more emotional farts.
Like, it's like Megan Good went to the Halle Berry school of not how to raise your voice in certain scenes. And no shade to my sister Halle Berry, because I love her down, but you know every movie I am talking about with her and where something happens and her tone is, what? Or, it's never like anything other than that. Also, she's going to have a movie with 2 kids. Y'all get ready for them to lose again. She got the long wig. Anytime Halle Berry's wig is more than 27 inches.
Whenever she has this wig on, she's in distress.
Wait, let me go get my wig. See, now we got to get wigs. Hold on.
Oh my God. Charles, your lunch is ready. Oh, hold on. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about Charles, your lunch is ready.
Okay.
Because I'm sorry. But nigga, I'm sorry.
You know what, y'all? That's the show. Thanks for tuning.
Listen.
Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We are 2 Black consenting adults here having this conversation. I'm putting on my Halle Berry wig. Hold on, give me a second. Okay.
But wait. But hold on. Why didn't we know if? Oh, that's a good wig though.
This is her when it's
like this is a joke wig. That's a good wig.
That's the. This is hold. I got to do.
But I want to know why didn't somebody tell me if I had been cooking lunch for a man with a Hawaiian roll pack in his abdomen, I could have gotten YouTube famous.
Oh.
Why the fuck didn't somebody tell me? Like, I would have been cooking for your ass.
Oh,
we could have been in the house in Vegas. Maddie, your lunch is ready.
Alex, my knees. Oh my God. Okay, wait, y'all don't know who. Okay, let me get a picture real quick. Alex, let me go get a picture real quick. Some people don't know who we're talking about. Let me get a picture.
And we already had Anetta.
Let me give you. Oh, and I have to get an actual picture. Here we go. Not one where they're trying to be what they're not. No, let me get an actual photo of who we are talking about today. Because when I tell you, that's the one who got into it with Craig, the writer from the show with TS Madison, and was like, these punks out here, mind you, how are you built like that and you're transphobic and homophobic? I am so confused. Like, everybody knows what
is Netta?
Yes, literally was like.
Wait, hold on. How are you afraid of yourself? Oh Lord! It's your channel.
I'm listening. I'm just saying I just know.
Oh Lord!
Like your face is a pumice stone, and you trying to talk about people. I'm over here like, girl, please. They use you on people's feet in fucking salons. What the fuck are we talking about today? Let me show you who we talking about, who is out here on this earth doing nothing but wearing the fakest of clothes and this whole social media sensation. I've been waiting to talk about them low key. It's just been embarrassing, and they're a spectacle. Don't scream. And I chose an appropriate photo, not a,
And is that fish?
I was
gonna make some salmon. Are we talking about like a Chilean sea bass? Because that's giving Chilean sea bass, honey. Tilapia. Fish that I wouldn't eat.
I would say crawfish before I would give it.
Crawfish are useful. Like I've been to a crawfish boil. Like
but
people like crawfish. People like crawfish. That's giving me catfish with the wide bottom mouth and that like very much a bottom feeder.
So
maybe that kind of words.
I don't want to imagine anything with these two, but the thing is that they're famous from social media because they're this couple, and people were kind of like, "How did
Charles? Your lunch is ready."
Yeah, it's like silly, and people were also very much doing this whole whatever that is. Girl,
exactly. Nobody talked about nothing colorist.
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Because a crawfish.
Ain't nobody mentioned shade to first. Like, we're talking about.
And I know Camilla. That's why I'm over here going.
Charles, your lunch is ready. How is that colorist?
Hold on. I'm back to my sister here because I know Camilla. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, roll back that bill because where did we go with that?
Hit me in the comments so I can figure out where you thought that was, and I'll rectify that where it was. Because if it was the crawfish incident, and I'm like, because they seeing these. Okay, just double checking because I'm like, I'm light skinned. I'm light skinned, and we on the board all the time now. I gotta be sure. Like what I say.
And I will say this in public: Netta looks like a blobfish. I look like a seal.
The fact that I know what a blobfish looks
exactly. But guess what? I look like a seal coming out the ocean.
You said that lady is in the deepest part of the ocean. And she has to find her food through. Stop talking.
The gag is that haven't been alive for 15 years, longer than us. And when we have a nuclear war, Netta will be still at the bottom of the ocean.
Netta give me more prehistoric keys. Like, here's the thing. I don't mind what they do. It's the fact that they sort of act like we're not aware of what's going on and what the joke is, and that this is all very stunt.
How did it happen?
But then
I'm sorry, because I will go out and get a fucking man right now if we can make that kind of money. Shit, quiet as it. Why don't we? We could have been pretended to be fucking. If we had known we could have gotten that money, you could have said, Alex, your lunch is ready. For that kind of coin, we could have owned that house in Vegas. I'm sorry, for that kind of money, I'd pretend to date your ass.
I don't.
For that kind of money, how did it happen? Why is it now? Why can I get out and say, this man, your lunch is ready? And still say, who do I need for?
Yeah, they're not married. They're just together. And then they're talking about adopting that was the newest news. They said they were going to get a baby. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Adopting a what? A wart?
Then
adopting a personality complex?
But they went to a plastic surgeon in Atlanta that is known.
Oh God, doctor.
Go. For botched and people dying. Like no shade. People literally are like either tagged and bagged, or they're going to other folks to fix the surgeries. But you're telling me with not working out, Charles gets a 6-pack. And I used to know a guy that literally didn't do that. He went and got his body done, but he got it carved out. This man didn't do no work here. He just put the 6-pack right here, right in the abs. Then Netta got a BBL, like a butt lift, and they did the tummy tuck. And I'm looking at her now, and I'm like, girl, what is going on here? Like, it's a lot of stuff on the internet, and people are getting tired of them, and it's turning into one of those echo chambers.
The only thing I would ever get done physically is nothing, because I'm a devastating natural beauty, and I'm not going to fuck up what I already have.
I will say,
I'm sorry, I can still I don't even have to be at my thinnest, and I'm still like, I'm prettier.
You can lie, Pesky. I saw the settlement. And it wasn't Good. It wasn't. They didn't get anything back. I'm telling you right now, because that man is still out of shape with abs. It looks really weird. Like, I'm sorry. That shit is weird to me. Like,
not the new Susan Boyle.
It's just weird. I don't know. I don't pay attention to them normally. I normally mind my business with them. But whenever they hit my timeline, I'm like, please stop putting that camera so close to her face. I don't know what dermatologist she's seeing, but she needs to see 10 others. God bless that face. Like, not even talking about her just structure, but there's things going on where I'm like, there are equations that are happening here. There are constellations that are formed. This is the night sky in Braille. What is going on? So yeah,
her face reminds me of Kenya Moore's skin.
Speaking of Kenya Moore,
the fired, the unemployed.
How do you Housewives of Atlanta talk before we get back to BET? Alex, I think the show is dead. I'm sorry, Fred. I'm over here like, not that Kenya was the one for it, but I'm looking at the newbie.
Fuck up my income.
Well, actually, while you're saying that,
I would make
never
too
say
much
that.
money off Housewives of Atlanta. Where
That's
I
the same thing with Drag Race, Fred. You right.
That's like me.
Let me work.
Like everybody say, "Oh, Drag Race is dead." You like, no,
and
hold
on.
on.
Don't do that, friend. Like, girl, I have to feed these children. But no, let me reword that. Was it a mistake to fire her over that situation when there have been other things that have happened recently, like with Tom Sandoval, or even if you
let me tell you.
Give me in there, friend. Give me in there.
The shit that had like the supposed revenge porn is only in a civil suit. It is not criminal. And let's talk about it. So Tom and Rachel were having an affair. Rachel FaceTimed Tom, and they had an intimate FaceTime. Let's just say that, an intimate FaceTime.
Madness.
Now, because the video of that FaceTime saved to his phone, Ariana found it, his girlfriend, and that's why they broke up, and there's the whole Scandival thing. That's how she found out. Rachel is suing because she's saying, oh, you created porn because you taped me while I was on a FaceTime with you. You don't know if the phone is taping that without anybody's consent. Right. And that's why she can't pursue criminal charges.
Come on.
Because what you did was of your own volition. Kenya's shit is totally different.
I saw the picture or whatever it was where they just put a random penis in the picture with her mouth versus it actually being real porn. But it's still edited.
But that's still sexually explicit. And the thing with Tom, that happened on a person-to-person call, not on a Bravo set, not on Bravo dime. And there's an issue of, well, did you mean for him to record it? Did you not? Like, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to get on the phone with somebody and jerk off with them and be intimate, I'm imagining you're recording this.
Right.
And also, too, how many times do our phones record things without where it's like, you can't even say if that was him or not.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, doing an intimate FaceTime, you've probably sent some intimate videos.
Which is why I don't ever see
And Tom, but here's the thing. Tom never gave those videos to anyone. Ariana went through his phone and found the video. So therefore, like, she has to sue Ariana to try to say it's revenge porn, but
yeah,
it's the weakest case at best. It's like, no, revenge porn is we were intimate, and then I took the videos of that intimacy after the relationship or even during the relationship and used that to humiliate you.
Yeah.
Tom did none of that. You sent him an intimate video and that was between y'all. Now, you knew he had a girlfriend and she found it. That's your business.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make Tom a revenge pornographer. Does it make him a not good person? Yes.
Yes.
But does it make him guilty of that? No.
No.
And that's a big line. It's not a fine line. It's a big line.
And so in Kenya's case here, they're still trying to figure those things out, but it is
no, ain't nothing to figure out. You took intimate photos. Like, here's the thing. Ariana was on the phone with Tom.
Yeah.
Kenya, were you on the phone with her? And you want to tell her, oh, you told young Johnny to Snapchat you that pussy, and you did. How many people want your vagina? You on a housewife. Now, if you're going to talk, hold on. Everybody in the chat, the only reason I'm speaking on this is because you want to speak about another woman's sex life. So if you want to say you charge $1,400 for your vagina, you have to pay $1,400 to get a dick in yours. If she can charge $1,400 in this economy, that must be some good pussy. That must be some damn good pussy. Pussy you wouldn't know anything about.
Mac and cheese, baby.
Boyfriend to save your life. You couldn't get a man to pay for it. Your baby daddy is giving you $2,000 a month child support. But you want to make fun of a woman for getting $1,400 a hit in her pussy. I'm sorry, you're the bitch that's losing. You're losing. I wish I could charge $1,400 for a spin on my dick. It's probably worth it.
I mean, they've been asking me to make an OnlyFans, so I don't know what we talk about here, but you know.
I wish I had the market. Gay men, we get sex for free. But if I could charge that, I would. I'll look you dead in your eye and tell you right now, I would. I charge you and your daddy.
You know.
In this economy?
With this current summer that we are in right now, I like everybody to be reminded this show is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion.
Exactly. Nico the Eyes said too. Shit, I charge too if they were paying.
I asked, okay, here we go. Maddie's about to give you some tea on a certain app recently where someone asked me how much, and I was like, "Oh, you think I'm one of these girls?" But I was being funny. And
your baby said, "Oh, no."
I said, "Let me send a number to be funny."
How much? Set your price.
I sent a number to be funny.
Offer now.
I sent a number just to see what they would say, and it was a yes. And then I kind of was like, "Oh, let me block this real quick because he may think this is
block. Why are you blocking a blessing? Why are you blocking a blessing?
I don't know.
Sometimes prostitution is the only solution.
Listen, and shout out to my babies that are working out there. Valid job, because you know some people that's where.
And sex work is work.
It's work. All I know was the money. I was like, oh, he would have paid. I was like, oh. I felt really good about myself after that. I was like, oh.
I'll tell you right now, I have a price. I have a set price. Now, we can negotiate, but if you want me, if you really want, it's a set price. I know exactly what I want, exactly what I need, exactly what you need to put in your will for me. I know the life insurance policy you need that will give me the annuity after you're dead that will continue to pay me until I die. I fuck with that kind of man. I'm sorry. I don't mind, honey. It's for sale.
I feel like
it's for sale. It's valuable. I can offer you intangibles. It's for sale. Because here's the thing. It's free and I ain't using it. Wow. It's free and I ain't using it. So I may as well get something out of it.
My God.
I'm sorry. I ain't going to sit on my pocketbook. I'm going to use it.
Hey, I understand that I got a good old purse. I don't know why I don't throw it back a little bit.
See, you got a purse. I got a pocketbook. I'm old school East Coast.
Yeah, mine's it's a bigger bag. You know, it's got a little holes in the back of it.
See, I don't mind charging. I
have things in my purse. You know, when I pull it open, it's a flashlight, it's a toilet. It's a little hand sanitizer, you know. Some gum.
Little mints at the bottom.
little church candy or whatever.
Worthy's original.
Strawberries, the rap ones you got to pull out. Oh my goodness. Thanks for tuning in. Don't take us seriously, but totally do. We appreciate you for being here today. If you want to drop a tippy poo at our jars because we're entertaining the fuck out of you, please and thank you. There's a $sign by Alex's name. It's I am Alex Rodgers. That's right there for his Cash App. If you want to drop me some love because I'm a single father and I'm a bottom and I have 2 cats, so I'm basically doomed. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $, and Venmo MattyRants.
I will say, since you mentioned it, like it's after Pride weekend, so we can talk about a bottoms hangover.
Hey.
I am a bottom at heart, but I like money. So I am a top of opportunity. I'm sorry, you've met me. You know you cannot be this black, this tall, and not expect people to want to ride the ride.
It just reminded me of the conversation.
Hold on. Like Willow Pill said, I don't like people. I like money. Listen. I have learned, like, you know what? If you want to sit on my lap, go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't gonna talk about it.
This reminds me.
I wish I rarely, like, I will say 2 weekends ago, I did meet a man that was like, finally, like a top that was my height. He was probably an inch taller than me. Do you know how long that takes to find one of those?
It'd be pocketbooks out here swinging and paying, honey. And you'd be like, well,
bumping purses and losing change.
And they be. Baby, I was crying.
Like, sometimes I've learned, I'm like, you know what, just go in and be the top that they need you to be. But
I'm here for it though, because they trying to.
It's the top, baby. I will pay that. I was about to say the N-word. I will pay his bills. I will marry him so he gets my VA health benefits. Like, I'm telling, like, if I find a top that can act right, I'll go back into real estate. I will get a second job to support his ass.
We just talked about this on the phone when you were like, Maddie, now you need to stop letting these bum motherfuckers be trying you because you always be so.
No, I'm talking about a top.
I'm just saying, like, for me, at this point, I just need you to be the top. But height don't matter. But if you doing what you need to do, God bless it, please. I'm
gonna tell you. Look, if you really want a top, go on into real estate and get yourself a second job so you can afford one. Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. You know my little bit my behind the scenes shit. I will move a man in a hot. Why do you think I live by myself?
I cannot.
I remember when Chris said, "So you have a live-in top?" Yup. I said, why do you think I worked so hard to be successful? Where do you think this money was going? It's not going to Ralph Lauren. It's going to his ass. Well, actually, his ass by way of my ass. However,
ass freeway. But thank you for the super chat. You know, Chris was cackling for how much he is in Will's mind. This was pathetic. I believe Jada when she says Will is an egomaniac. I mean, she's talking about herself too. But DW, thank you for the super chat. BET Award sponsored by the DNC, also sponsored by Will Smith's PR team.
Soulful Dog said in-house peen. I will say, I will pay for in-house dick. I work y'all don't know how hard it is to be a YouTuber. Like, I have to come up with the content. I have to be this whole different person online for you consistently every day. I never get a day off. Yes, I would like some in-house dick.
Alex is just preaching for me currently my situation. And now, since we're being honest,
hold on.
Let's go.
Maddie, I'm going to tell you right now, the second your numbers get up to mine where you can afford it, you're going to get some in-house.
But I'm not trying to, how do I describe this?
No, hold on. No, honey, let me tell you, like, this is not a read.
I need a visitor at night.
This is a human experience that you are going to go through.
No.
And here's the thing. I have a lot of straight male friends who also said, oh yeah, the second you start to make some money,
I rebuke.
That's what happens.
I rebuke.
And that's what men do. That's who we are.
I rebuke. I can't.
But yes, you will trust me, when you get to 65,000 like I am, you will get some in-house dick, and you're going to have to put them out, and then you're going to get some more in-house dick.
Oh my God. I cannot. I do not rebuke. Should have crashed. No, I was saying this the other day to my friends. They were like, Matt, like, do you want a boyfriend? I was like, yeah, I like a boyfriend, but right now I like a consistent level of penis. This is what I would like right now, to find out if I want that person as my like lover, because I'm at that point. But it's okay, because I'm a single father of 2 children, and I will say, like, I'm a single father myself, and there is a level of I would love someone to come home to. That right now, like, real, like,
and the thing is, with our lives, like, there is a level that, like, most people will not understand, because most people aren't world famous.
Y'all do not know.
They will never get, like, we get the glitz and the glamour and, the highs and lows from our job, from our life. And so it's like, I just want somebody to be normal with. And again, this is also why I love a honky. Because they know how to come, because they have regular. And the thing is, they get a kick out of, oh, I get to date this really successful, famous black guy. And they're like, there's a level of, I can never do what you do. And they know that. They know that. They know they can never. And they don't try. But they're like, wow, I get to be with you. You're awesome. And I love the admiration.
I'm happy.
Now, do black men give me that?
I mean,
do black men give me that?
I can't speak for you. I can't speak for you, because I'll be real, friend. Those people who admire and love you don't want me at all, honey. I'm too close to the pigment, baby. I appreciate my brothers, my Latin brothers, my Dominican brothers, and honestly, I'm open for everybody. I've dated everybody from under the sun, white men, all the rest of it. To me, I don't know. I always end up with crazy people, or I'm the crazy one. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But that's Alex's truth, and God bless him. It's worked for him.
And I would also say it depends on, too, where we live.
Yeah, because for me, I'm not about to put my business out there, but, like, the ones that know who I have dated, they know what's up. It's like, we are perfect. However, there's things in between that we just can't get through. And like you were talking about, Matt, you need someone that really respects what you do and is there for you on this ride, because it's gonna be a wedge later. It's truth. It happened in LA, and y'all saw that actually happen in person. So, but yeah. Pride was weird, y'all. I haven't posted that video. I ran into so many different exes and people who I used to talk to don't talk to me.
Have you dated white men successfully?
I haven't dated anyone successfully. If I did,
because now you know my business behind the scenes, so I can say I have dated white men successfully, even though I'm not married. Like, you, again, and this is something like y'all learn in the chat. Like, sometimes read between the lines.
Magical Mermaid, I need you to say another word other than wow. I'm trying not to laugh, but sorry, I've been in this chat. That's all mermaids.
But I want to, have you ever dated a white man successfully?
I don't know how to answer that question successfully.
Then the answer is no.
Yes.
I introduce you to, you know what? I'm going to introduce you to some of my people.
Lord have mercy.
I'm going to introduce,
you know what I like, though? Like,
that's physically. The problem.
Physically, like, because that's a thing for me.
Well, no.
I'm
the thing is, I feel like I feel like I could do a yacht weekend with you where you would like the people that I hang out with, where it's a different vibe, but you would get it. And you would take it to it like a duck to water.
Cause I'm a little shy, awkwardy beginning. And then once I feel that person gets me, I'm like, I can really amp it up for you. I have this weird thing, y'all. It even happened at Pride. I went to see someone that I knew and I very much attracted to his friend. But I was meeting the other people. When I went to go shake their hand, I said one of the dumbest things ever. They were like, I shook their hand like, oh, I said, sorry, I'm a little light-skinned and awkward. And while that was funny and it broke the tension, I was just like, girl, why I even do all that?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, because
Stop judging yourself.
Let me
Stop it. Stop it. Stop judging yourself. I love you. Everyone loves you. Your stomach is beautiful. Stop judging yourself. Stop it. Stop it. The world is hard enough on you. Stop being hard on yourself. That is one of the last things my father shouted at me before he left.
It's the truth, though. And that's why Alex is one of my friends I love, because I need that.
Because I will be the friend that will scream at you, stop judging, on a live, and out loud.
Because I'm like, and DW knows me in person. He knows I'm an overthinker, and I get really lost in the space of like, what if? And I have to pull myself out. Also, that's why my dating's been unsuccessful, Alex, because it's been a lot of...
Let's get back to that.
Yeah.
I want to get back to that. Now, ain't no secret. I date white men. I date white... No. And I've dated white men. And now can you bring us in big screen? Because I want...
Oh, yeah.
Bring us in big screen.
Yeah, it got real here.
And MattyRants can attest, because he knows my personal business. He knows I'm sure a lot of you have questions of who's funded Alex's lifestyle. That is why I can say I have dated white men successfully. Ain't got a ring on a finger. However,
I sure do.
During the pandemic, who said come to my men? You see, read between the lines, motherfuckers. Read between the lines.
Yeah, I learned. Yeah, Alex. I was like, okay, and then
you walked. Mm-hmm. You said, "Oh, this bitch gets things done."
I was like,
"Oh, this bitch gets things done."
Oh, okay. And then I remember you broke it down for me one day. You're like, "Girl, let me tell you how this works." So I was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "It just sounds so simple."
It's like this girl. Yeah, you see, now we almost. You almost forgot my business. But thank you for exactly. Have I not sat you down? We were on the side of the pool.
Sat me down right there at that pool. You had your drink in hand, smoking a cigarette. Said, "Bitch, I'm about to put you on because you really be playing." And look at you, Matthew. You're wasting this.
Oh my God!
See, I got you verbatim.
You remember?
You're wasting this. I remember.
And hold on. What did I say? My favorite song lyric is, "Your beauty is an airplane. So high, my heart can't bear the strain. Fly it, bitch. Fly it." And that's why I fly first class or private.
I need you to know. It's funny. Like, Alex will do this thing where he'll say that statement and then go right into a scene, drag the cigarette, look in the sky. But you see, man, tucks the hair. And I would just be like, right. Like, you right. That's right. You know, when a young sissy hear from his older sissy, right, it's supposed to be like.
And it's the slightly older sister, slightly older. The older, I'm the older sissy. You a good 10 years younger than me.
You're not older than me. You're not much older than me.
Honey, I was gonna let you run with it.
Oh, I know. Listen, hey, I'm one of the light skins that don't fragile break here, but it's okay now. You know, I ain't jazz.
But I don't put my life in public, but I've led an interesting life. But I will also, it taught me a lot. And I'll tell you in a hot minute, girl, your beauty is an airplane. Fly it. Fly it. I know I flew mine as high as I possibly could. And guess what? And a bitch still got a ticket. And a bitch still got a ticket. And I'll tell you what, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Unless, here's the thing. This is to everybody in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck a man that won't marry somebody else but still put you in their will. That may be a stunt I've pulled. And his husband hates me. And you know exactly who I'm talking. And I don't give a fuck. And guess what? We're all and hold on. But we're one big family now, whether we like it or not.
I feel like I'm encouraging Alex to be so vulnerable with y'all today, and that's my power. But it's just, I can't do it.
But you ain't told none of my business.
Really
I'm vulnerable. And
you did one of me's here where it's like you're gonna get the story, but you don't need literally the scripture. You just need the out text, the book on the back. That
you
is
just
enough.
need to know what went on.
The cover is enough. You got it. You saw the trailer for the movie. You got the picture. There you go. You saw the trailer. You're good. You know what's up. Speaking of which, I saw A Quiet Place Day 1 this weekend. If y'all are going to go see that or plan to, it was pretty good. Lupita, they're playing with you in another Oscar, to be honest, because I was shocked. I'm not going to give it away, but there was a pivotal plot point with her character. I was like, wow.
I haven't seen it yet.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Oh, maybe I'll take, okay, so we have to have a serious moment.
Okay.
My friend Jeremiah got gay bashed on Saturday.
Oh no.
He's fine. He's at work right now. When we get off this live, I'm gonna bring him some sweet and sour soup. But I also thought, like, since you brought that up, I'll take him to go see A Quiet Place too, and we can go be scared in the movie theater together.
You know what? Based on some of the themes of that movie, I think he's really going to appreciate that. So yeah, I'm now encouraged.
But I will also say and this is what started the whole phone call. And this is why I will freely say I date white men. And here is why I can give you my definition. I can finally articulate it where I can say it in every black man's face. Here's the thing. You start treating me like this, I'll date you. No. Now, hold on. Everybody hold on. I did real estate in Harlem and lived in Harlem. Matt has been to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Lived there for 12 years. How many black men tried to date me while I was there? Mm-hmm. How many black men tried to date me before I was Alexander Rodgers? Mm-hmm. Now add that number up, and then let's add up the white men that dated me before I was Alexander Rodgers, before I had anything to offer. Men that lifted me up, and I will say the only reason you still have me, the only reason you're watching this show, sadly, it's because white men loved me and protected me and did business with me. When I was a burgeoning real estate agent in New York, it was white men that took a chance on me, not black men. Oh, black women took a chance on me. Black women,
black women.
This conversation, black women are absolved. Black women have always supported me. We are talking about men. Black women are absolved. Black women are not a part of this conversation. We are talking about black men. We are not saying that black women haven't done enough. Black women will
let's remove me real quick.
Do more. You
You
will always and forever exceed the standard.
You are having this conversation.
Why I am here. But there is also a male part.
Before Alex speaks again, he is having this conversation. I am not we in this way. I'm letting Alex speak on here.
But you're not in agreement.
No, I'm not. I'm controlling my anxiety right now of a conversation you're having about why you
it's
dating
uncomfortable, but we're gonna talk about
on my blackety black ass fucking network where they literally
and
call
I would say,
but
where were the blackety black ass men when I was nothing? Let's talk.
This is your story.
Because how did I get to be Alexander Diane Rodgers? Who funded this operation? Now, once I had a black woman's audience, you funded it. But let's be honest, there needed to be some kick-ins from the back. And the kick-ins from the black weren't from black men. And I can't not be honest about it.
I mean, that I hear you. I can't have that same experience knowing what I've received and the people who I've talked to that were black men like you who lifted me up. You see what I'm saying? I have a different experience.
And this is the beauty of having the honest conversations where we can talk about different black experiences.
Yeah.
Because how often do we say we aren't a monolith?
Right.
But how often do we listen to different black experiences?
You see how I didn't just go, Alex, you're wrong. I was like, no, let him say it's killing me. It's really killing me. But I'm also like, this is Alex.
But because you know me, and because you've known what's going on behind the scenes, you know I'm not out here just saying shit to say it.
Yeah, I as much like I have a different way of looking at things. Just
a different experience.
I've had both white men lift me up through the Drag Race universe. I've had black men do the same thing through Pose, through Legendary, currently House on Fire right now. So for me,
the only black men that have lifted me up are Chris, you, and my grandfather.
And your dad. Right?
No, my father is white.
That's right. Okay. I was like, wait. I was remembering that story you had told me about you and your dad and your mom. I was like, oh, okay. Never mind. I'm back. See, it's funny. Like Alex's dad is white. I don't have any white parents, and you were looking at me like question, and I'm like, well, that's called genetics, and y'all are going to learn a lot about that very soon. And
and you see, now he has no white parentage. I have a whole white dad, and look at the complexions. And then if we can take it further, my uncle, who sadly passed, my mother's twin brother, he was Viola Davis's complexion. My mother is honestly a complexion between you and I. She's lighter than me.
You've seen my family where it's opposite, like dark.
And then also, I want to talk about this. When we were at that house in Vegas, one thing that bothered me was how many people commented on how dark I got. And nobody said anything negative, but it was the fact that, oh, you're so, like, why do you, like, I'm black. I may have a white dad, but I've always identified as black. I've always said I am black with a white
black people
father.
can tan too. Black people can tan too. It's not like uncommon, you know, that's skin. Like
I have 4 different complexions. In the summer, I'm one thing. In the fall, like I have different wardrobes.
And Alex has seen me get very dark in that Vegas like sun. Like I can tan, girl. And then when I'm in this house,
why does this check? We changed complexions.
We were just switching.
You ended up being me, and then I was 4 shades darker.
Yeah, it was a
I was on my Naomi Campbell. And what's wrong with that?
You know what? Beady. Okay. I was like, beady. They were calling me Puerto Rican Vegas, baby. I was getting everything but black. I was
ain't
like,
never
okay.
seen a Puerto Rican.
I know. No comprende. No, I'm terrible at Spanish on top of that. So when someone's like, especially in Houston, they'll start speaking Spanish. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad because I'm like, I know I should know. I really should know a lot more Spanish.
Like
I think I should.
When I moved to Washington Heights, I had a call with my mother, and I said, "Okay, now look, we like you're my mother. We're friends here. Who is my father?" Because I saw too many motherfuckers walking around looking like me. And I was like, look, you ain't got to lie no more. Don't let me fuck. He's already like, and he was paying $5,000 a month for child support before $5,000 was money. Like now, if you give me $5,000, I'll be like, okay, I can get groceries and maybe pay a bill. Like I ain't going to sneeze at it, but I might tell you to wipe your ass with it. But I got to watch it. I was like, no, Mom, no, look, you ain't got to, look, I know you a woman, like you're a human. Who was he? And like, again, I saw this. How does them men were? I was like, who was
they
he?
Thought I was adopted.
I don't want to end up fucking my brother.
Oh my God. No,
I've always said I'm Dominican by penetration.
Listen, I miss my Dominican penetration, but listen, they thought I was white when I was a baby. I remember my mom was telling me, she's like, Matt, I was pushing in the stroller, and for about a good 3 months, they thought you were adopted because you didn't get, like, when I came out, I was 25 hours of labor. I was.
Well, hold on, quiet as it's kept. They might need to take you back to the hospital and do some blood tests. We just saw that happen with other people. Now, I'll tell you, like, the only reason
I've already done my DNA test.
I'm my mother's child. The only reason, like, my family knows, and this is the thing that me and my mother and I, we get along ish. And here's why it's an ish. Like, don't get me wrong. My mother has always supported me. She took me to all of my acting classes. She wasn't a stage mom because she was like, I don't want you to be molested. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, well, thank you for looking out for my lunch.
I'd like YouTube to still monetize this video. All right, thank you. I don't even need to read disclaimer. I'm just gonna ask them with this. Just please, still, I am poor. Don't fuck me over. He's funny. You thought that was funny. Whoever's watching this manually, you laughed. Don't click that button that's yellow. I can't afford another yellow day. Okay, yeah, we're off the rails. What about it? Okay, listen, it's so mad. Real talk, though, like, before we go further. Like I said, my superpower is getting people to be open. Okay, that is my superpower. You better believe it, all right? I get people to just talk, all right? That's my superpower. The girls like, you get these motherfuckers to talk so long. Yeah, bitch, like, that's where we're at. All right, so what Alex said was manifestation, and it was it was not a good manifestation of events that took place, but that's what he said. Molasses. Well, I do like molasses cookies, so maybe he said that too. Madagascar. Chris Rock was in that movie. No trash pandas allowed. Mothra. That was an interesting take. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I have broken Alex. That is my job today. Oh, Alex, I remember one of your stories you shared with your mom about a shoe store, and you said she would look good in some boots, and you saw, and she responded, "No, baby, I'm not a streetwalker."
That was never me. That was never a story I shared. The story I know what I've told about my mother. I never told that story because that's never. Oh my God, my mother would. One, she's not a boot girl. Like my mother that the story doesn't make sense. Like, here's the thing. I came out the bitch. Every cell in my body, like, I know her, but I can tell you where she is right now. That I never said. I never said that. Here's the story that I said. What I said was, I asked on my, I think it was 17th birthday, maybe 16th. My mom took me to the store and she said, buy whatever you want. Like, I'll pay for it. It's your birthday. that's what we did. That was my birthday gift.
Yeah.
I picked out a coat. It was an orange coat.
Oh.
And she exactly. You know where this is going.
I gotta take them down. Like that
and
moment
she said, "Okay, that's what you want for your birthday." I mean, I agreed that I would pay for it, but you're not getting in the car with me riding home with that. You're no longer my child after I make this purchase because my children have taste and you don't. I mean, that woman read me from the window to the wall. But that was like, did I ever say, now, if you knew us, if you actually knew us, the shoe was wrong. And the shoe was wrong. But there is my mother never picked out a boot. My mother never picked out a boot. She was never a boot woman. She wore heels.
I'm thinking, yeah, my mama was not a boot woman either. She was a pump lady.
A pump. I tried to convince her to wear some stilettos, but she would only fuck with like a 4.5 inch.
Yeah, Deborah wouldn't about no.
However,
40. She said pump work though.
At my graduation, who picked out her outfit? I said, you ain't showing up to my graduation, man. I said, you're going to be in all white like my wedding. And that's when she realized, yeah, I never get married.
Yeah, that is so fun. Okay, I'm glad you said what kind of shoe. Now I think people
exactly. I was like a boot. I was
now
like,
you're thinking about your mom.
That was like, oh, you're somebody who's trying to start with me. And I'm like, you don't know my family. You don't know her. Like that woman would never wear a boot in her life.
Maybe
I know her. Yeah. Like I'm sorry. Like again, well, I know I came out of her. I can tell you what you're gonna wear.
I feel maybe with Farnsworth in that moment they misremembered the story, and that's why we got the correct version of it here. I do know.
Like, let me go on in school. Everybody else.
I do know Farnsworth loves you down here, so that's probably why they were sharing that story. A Libra just jumped the fuck out and slapped everybody. I know you felt it too. You saw how I pulled that.
You don't misspeak on my mother.
Yeah, Alex gave his. That was me going
on my mother. And here's the thing: I don't even bring her up. How often do I bring my mother up?
Not often.
I will say this: I talk about my dad all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
My father may pop up on the channel.
Okay. Did I meet no, I haven't met your dad. I've been on the. He's on the phone with him one time, and I think I said hello. Yes, but
that's how he is.
Yeah, and he was like hello, and I was like hello, and it was just that while you got back to the phone. But yeah, at Capricorn, that's your zodiac sign, Alex.
Yep.
Capri Sun. Okay. And I'm a librarian, in case y'all didn't know, as far as my zodiac sign is concerned.
And Chris is a Leo.
Yes, a Leo.
And I will say, being a Capricorn, I always had it's funny that Chris is like my business partner and one of my dearest friends, because years ago, when I was in the Army, who do you think was my dearest friend? Another Leo.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy that most of my friends that I have now are Leos. Like Jeff is one of my besties. Blake has been one of my besties. C. Diggy. And it's all so funny that Alex and me, we talk about us being friends, but I also became very close to C. Diggy through Alex, because we also had a lot in similarities, especially when I found out he loved Sailor Moon. I was like, oh, we're best friends now, because you like literally my favorite gay fantasy of all fantasies is that one lady with the pig buns going, ooh, moon crystal power activate. No, Farnsworth, you're fine, baby. Alex was that my friend is passionate, and he gave you a passionate response. That was the correction. Like, hold on.
Thank you. That passionate.
I know you, bitch.
And that, if I was white, it wouldn't be an issue.
And that's why Farnsworth was still sitting here, because he was like, you know, we wanted to hear it out, but also Farnsworth, you know what's up. I got you, boo. But also, y'all.
And I will say, like, I will defend you like that. I will defend it like anything.
We got each other. We good. Hey, it's a family. Not written by Tyler Perry's story though, because this one, you know, actually involves real situations.
I'm sorry. Why are we talking about unsuccessful Black men?
Oh.
Now you may make money, but you're still an unsuccessful Black man. A Black man that I don't respect.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you for being here. I'll clean that up later. I thank you so very much. Will Smith, I love how Alex said, a Black man I don't respect. And Will Smith is sitting right here. Listen, God bless you, gentleman. Good luck in your career and what's going forward. I am not buying the new album, but good for you. Good for you. You got Kirkland Franklin up there. Tyler, I don't know what they see in you, sweetie. Love you down. Baby girl, no presence on that stage. I'm so sorry, y'all. I couldn't do it. I don't get it. That lady is like crystal light. Like, it's just not lemonade. I don't like it. I don't care for it. It's just water with some flavor. It's not for me. I can't do it all. Who else is on this list that I need to get through here? Shabuzi, I'm proud of him. The Beyonce effect is real, though. She got these Black country artists streaming numbers now, and I'm here for it. Should have known about it. Usher, we talked about. Listen, his speech was long. The audio was bad. No one should have been surprised that, BET fucked something up. No shade. They've been doing that for years. I'm here for him with his comeback. I don't like the fact that he's working with some of these folks that are famous that don't need to be famous, like Sexy Red. Continue. Can't do it. The tribute, though. Oh, whoa. Childish Gambino telling BET, how come he doesn't have any BET awards? Oh, let me be quiet, because I was like, Childish, you don't want to be seen in these spaces anyway. So I'm shocked that you were even there to begin with.
I would say, ooh, Jesus.
I was like, he doesn't even want to be in these spaces. He had a whole conversation about that. And then now, where's my award? I was like, what is going on today? Like, you stay right over there where you wanted to be, girl. Like, what you talking about? No shade. Brought Sam Smith into this. I said, baby, we're talking about two different figures in geometry. A rhombus, okay, and a cylinder. Two different things.
Woo! The quiet I gotta keep. You know what? On a different to avoid me from talking about this, let's talk about the guy that just said he already got somebody to bring him, sweet and sour soup. I was supposed to bring him sweet and sour soup for his lunch today. Charles, your lunch is ready. I guess we could have been doing
the
that.
lunch is ready. Tim brought
Well, he already got it. And I'm like, well, shit, I ain't got to walk up 6 blocks. Thank God. I've been taking care of your ass all weekend.
It's hot up in here. I feel that. Speaking of which, I don't know where you're at in this earth, to be honest with you, but I hope you're staying cool. It is currently in a heat index of 110 in Houston right now. And it's humid as fuck. So, like, y'all stay
now,
indoors.
That is the one thing that makes me happy to live in San Francisco. When the rest of the world is going through
y'all have the best weather.
We are getting that beautiful Arctic cold water where it's like, bitch, I gotta put a hoodie on.
Yeah, when I visited San Francisco, I was like, it's kind of cold in the summertime. This is weird, but I liked it. It was like,
we call it June gloom.
June gloom. Wow.
But we don't get like hot weather until like September, October.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Keke Palmer, you were dancing your ass off, girl. You was actually performing. I was like, all right, Keke. If you want to drop an album, I don't think it's going to do good, but I buy it. Who else performed today? Oh, you know what? Normani had to cancel. She hurt herself, unfortunately, prior to the show doing
She hurt herself on her album release. Please. Now, back to something important. The guy that I just messaged, I said, can I do anything else? Since I didn't, bring him the soup on time. And he said, no, your love is just all I need. And I'm like,
oh.
He's young.
Oh.
I just want, I'm like, maybe I could grow you into the obedient white man I need you to be. Because I'll also say, I'll also say this. I'll also say this. I am attracted to men that are obedient. Black men have a problem with obedience. We have a problem with authority. I realize I'm a dominant. In the BD, I admit it freely. I am the dom. I am the dom. We can talk about it.
We really don't.
I enjoy an obedient white man.
We don't need to talk about this right now.
No, we can't. No, because we can, because when I end up with marrying one, and y'all like, oh, and he ended up with a white man. Yes, I ended up with a white man because they are obedient. Oh, and I'm thinking, can I train this one?
I just want
obedient white man. I need him to be.
If I could fall into a hole, I would. Keep falling into the abyss, and I just go sploop. Listen, God bless you, man.
Can we be honest?
No. I mean, yes, but you know.
No, because here's the thing. Actually, the gag is, I start dating a white man. We put one picture up on Instagram. I will be more famous for that than my actual comedy and talent. Yeah. And that head nod, we're like, and you ain't wrong.
I mean,
can you disagree? Can you disagree?
I disagree that Summer Walker is an excellent artist, and that's why we're going to keep on pushing forward here. No, I mean,
that's why I'm telling you right now. This is why I like white men. White men are obedient. They enjoy being submissive to
I can't run away. God, do you hear him? Bring him pink meat now, right now. An obedient pink, please. Non-dairy yogurt, right?
I like my milk raw.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I like my milk raw.
Listen, then I'm about to sit here and give some Nina Simone and some India Arie in 5 fucking seconds over here. Brown skin. Because okay, listen, that is Alex's journey, and we appreciate Alex for sharing. And I'm having a good time today. I don't know about y'all. I'm also being tested in my.
Let's have an honest conversation.
Not about the BET Awards, apparently.
I'm so sorry. I have hijacked your show.
But that's that's kind of why I'm enjoying this a little bit, only because I was.
You said I thought we were going to talk about the BET Awards.
But then white men became on the docket here, and it was like, oh, well, so this is about Alex's. No, I'm just kidding.
Please, this is about people who pays Alex. I'll tell you that.
We're just having
it's about men that Alex can count on.
We're just talking a bit. Yes.
It's about men that I can get on the phone right now and say, hey, I'm in a spot. Now, I want to know, how many black men can I call with that?
Ooh, I need you to talk to some of these white men that love you then, because they hate my ass, bitch, and they be blocking
You're
my shit.
You're in the wrong area. You got to go to the Northeast to recruit answers. The fuck are you doing in Houston? I was in New York, in Manhattan. I can teach you how to hoe.
Oh my God.
I can teach you how to speak their language.
Well, shout out to whoever subscribed to me after tuning in now, because what was the part of the conversation? Was it about BET Awards, or was it Alex talking about OB?
Honey, I'm getting my reparations one way or the other.
Just don't take away my monetization in your reparations.
Oh my God. This is like the best episode
That was funny.
of sibling rivalry that they never had.
Woo. Those are my friends now. But yes, I love my sisters. But yes, this is funny. I'm sorry. Listen, you heard Alex go through so many words that would ruin a career. If y'all don't tip me, and I'm just gonna say it. Please save me. Do you hear him in a button-up short sleeve shirt? Girl, PayPal me /MattyRants Cash App
with a Ralph Lauren label.
Oh, so you got money? So yeah, I'm the one over here.
I don't know. Who do you think bought this for me?
I'm just saying. I have on
today's episode of I've been playing this game for a minute.
Characters on my T-shirt. PayPal me /MattyRants Cash App $MattyRants. Help. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I like Coco. She's cool people before anybody is like, y'all didn't talk about her. Marsha was in the dark. That was weird. I was like, why is Miss Ambrose in the dark? Chloe, they're not going to get you, girl. I love you down. I'm hoping that you find your way, but I don't think people are going to get you. And I know you under Parkwood, but they parked. All right, so then we're going to keep on moving. Cause I don't think people are really going to get her. Tinashe, I'm glad people are seeing you now. I hope that nasty.
I've been a nasty girl. I've been a nasty girl. Again, what happened? A white man bit his finger, and now she's case in point.
I couldn't escape it. Go ahead, Tinashe. We were here for it. Some people were complaining that the tribute was with all women for Usher, and I was like, who in male R&B right now is going to do the entire, all of this that we just got right now, including the Bad Girl segment and everything where Victoria Monet did the Beyonce bit. And I'm really shocked. It's like, I was thinking of all the male artists like in R&B, because it's not Jacquez or whatever the fuck his name is with his horrible singing ass, and Chris Brown got a little drip problem with his nasal sinus patch.
I mean, quiet as it's kept, I could outsing all of them.
I was like, the women are running the industry right now, as far as I'm concerned, is what I'm listening to.
The only time, like the thing is, men will only start to run the industry when R&B singers come out as bisexual, because we are no longer going to pay for. I would say actually NLE Chopper is probably the best one with the marketing, where it's like he knows, oh, I got a big dick, I got a good body, I'm going to market this video to men because they're also going to pay.
It's going to be a lot of that. It's going to happen. I bet you. Alex is not lying. I guarantee the next 3 years.
That's why I didn't mention Trey Songz, because Trey Songz is abusive, and that's not.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to see Justin Bieber get up there and do anything, to be fair with you.
Well, I'm not into pedophilia.
I don't think that's the word we were looking for today. I think the word we were looking for was PDF file. Because whenever you are transferring files over for images specifically, you use a PDF file. YouTube, I am poor. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He said PDF file. He was talking about picture. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everybody. This show is for entertainment purposes only.
Sorry.
I know Austin Wolf, we're not talking about him. Oh, I did forget. I did forget to put him on the docket today. But
and honestly, somebody asked me, like, oh, did you know him? I'm like, no, because I only watch like men. The youngest man, like at 41, the youngest man I will date is 25.
Mine's like 30.
And 25, I remember being 25, and guess what I was going after? 41-year-old men. 45-year-old men.
Warren,
look, let's talk about it. I love a mature man.
Warren, thank you for the tippy poo, tea and cigs. Thank you. I appreciate
it. And at 25, you are grown and making your own decisions. I'm not looking for 25-year-old men, but that is the weird thing. Like when you get to like your late 30s, 40s, like all of a sudden these young men start coming out of the woodwork. And it's like, what the fuck? What?
I've been getting that
home. They will follow you home.
I've been getting that lately, child.
Girl, it's gonna get worse.
My stomach.
They will follow you home.
Lonnie, thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. Thoughts and prayers. I need them. Thank you. We have to move through this because we're over at the 2-hour marker here. My tummy is a rumbling. Lotto, wow. Tamar still mean. I saw what you did to Claudia. Yes, girl, that was on purpose with the whole throwing of the dress. That was weird. Claudia didn't even do nothing. It was like, okay, why did you throw her dress on her? She like did this whole bit, and it was like, what are you doing? I thought this was adorable. I love to see the new generation. These children actually wrote a song that was good and it was positive, and that was wonderful. And Victoria Monet, you really are doing it. It's just thank you. I'm like, somebody out here actually putting in some fucking works and visuals. It's been a good minute, and they can't afford Beyonce. So, excuse me, Sexy Red. Okay.
Now, I'm gonna let you talk about Beyonce for the next 15 minutes.
Oh no, that was my Beyonce moment right there. This is for Sexy Red. I wouldn't even want to send you the music.
I'm sorry, who?
Sexy Red.
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll let you keep on.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad you're going to the bathroom because this would make me poop too. But this lady is very anti everything. She's utilizing the Trump MAGA people, and she's out there saying "Make America Great Again," transphobic, the full bit. Basically promoting a whole lot of promiscuity between some of her fans who are.
Now, I'm sorry, I'm promiscuous. Ain't nothing wrong with promiscuity. The issue is the fact that she couldn't get someone from the Jim Henson team to design the feathers that are on her head.
The promiscuity part, friend, you gotta let me finish, is because she has a young audience of like people who are not adults, and she is promoting.
And they're young hoes, and they're just talking about it.
And they're getting.
I was a young hoe.
Okay, well, she's out there promoting things that I think are ridiculous.
It's not promoting; it's the shit we were doing anyway. I would like, as a 41-year-old, I was doing this shit before it was publicized on the internet, and I was out doing it and enjoying it. They're not making it glamorous. It's shit we were doing anyway.
Right. So I will continue this, and I will finish it by saying this bitch is a piece of shit. And that's where I'm at. That's the point. Whether we do these things or not, whether we were hoes back in the day and cock swallowed and dick tucked and all that, fuck her. And I mean it on a level because there ain't no talent happening from this lady. She sat up there and sang off key, and then rapped about that's my baby daddy, put a baby in me, baby's on my face. Like, I'm over here looking at her like you are giving the last T-cell in somebody's body. We're not doing this today.
Well, honestly, she sounds like Pride Weekend at Fire Island.
I mean, but here's me. At Pride, they were playing her music, and I saw the people going up, and I get it. It's what's cool right now. I mean, we were listening to Yin Yang Twins when I was coming up. And that was disgusting. Like, if we really want to talk about it. So for me, I'm just at that point now. My age,
trying to let me whisper in your ear. I don't even know the lyrics, but I would also say,
wait till you see my dick. I'm gonna beat that heat up. Like, ew. Now I know the song because I used to, put it in my playlist now when I wanted to get them.
You sounded like the man that I met 2 weekends ago. But I'm grown.
Yeah, I got a little older. And
I'm 41. Where it's like,
I can't do this.
If you ain't talking like that, like, well, what the fuck are we doing? Because Lord knows I don't have time for nursery rhymes.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If she was actually, to me, a decent rapper, I wouldn't be talking about her like this. But all of her stuff sounds very elementary but disgusting. And I'm trying to figure out what the big deal is. Either way, for Victoria Monet not to get a standing ovation and this woman to get it over her kind of gagged me. But again,
I mean, I got a standing ovation when I performed at DragCon with you.
It's true.
And Jesus Christ, if I could get a standing ovation, that's pathetic.
I don't know. To
But
me,
at least I can say I got a standing ovation.
oh yeah,
and I got my standing ovation.
Pesky, come on, this is one of the lyrics. Tell them hoes we go together. That's a whole chorus. Tell them hoes we go together. Tell them hoes we go together. Yes.
That sounds like a gay man that's trying to claim his friend that doesn't want to be sexual is sexual. Oh. It's giving me desperate bottom tea.
There's one on camera. No, I'm just kidding. Ice Spice. You know what? I'm going to say this about
Mr. Freeze.
Little Orphan
Annie. Robin, 1998. I don't need to talk about that. Mr. Over 40 years ago.
You called her Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I can't. I have to give her this much credit. I see you have worked on.
You don't have to give her anything. The only thing you have to do is stay black and die.
Oh my God, Alex. Please, that's ridiculous, Fred. You cannot say that on my channel. I'm putting now I'm going to be like, come on, girl, like that.
But it's true.
It can be true, but it also can fuck my shit up. So like, that
yeah, I'm sorry.
Love you, but I'm like, girl, that was can't do that. To finish this, because I want to get to other stuff and wrap it up. She's definitely working on her stage presence. It's definitely getting a lot better. I still think, what is that with her lyric? I think, bitch, you ain't the shit. You're not even a fart. All right. The BET Awards were not my favorite, but it is what it is. Felicia, I know he's quoting a movie, but YouTube is weird, girl. And I'm trying to protect myself right now because this has been a fun live, but I also know how there are people who watch me that report my videos on purpose. FYI, if y'all didn't know this. So
I am so sorry.
Yeah, I have people who literally are dedicated daily to my demise. And I've learned this recently by getting into a thread and seeing someone who literally updates ways of trying to take me down. I'm not kidding. So like, it's very annoying that I'm having to deal with that.
Where are you?
On Reddit.
Well, but darling, you have a friend who lives in San Francisco. And what do you think my friends do? They're all techies. So, if you need to find someone who's doing something for you on Reddit, I would be more than happy to help you find that person.
Yeah.
And so would my friends. And I can say from personal experience.
Yeah, there's a couple people I would like to sue personally right now at this point who have mentioned my mother.
There are two people on Lipstick Alley that still continue to post about me. But because I live here, and I know how to suck the right dick, I know exactly who they are and where they are. And more importantly, and to end my portion of this live, I will end it with this statement. I know where their children are.
I don't. Oh, wait a minute. I actually know where that came from. Oh my God. Now that's playing in my head. Okay, be quiet. Oh my God. The whole scene just played. Okay.
All right. I'll leave you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. That's the best exit I can give.
Wow. Okay. Get out of here, bitch. Y'all say goodbye to Alex here. I got to close the show because I do need to use the potty. So listen, I'm so mad. I just realized. I was like, wait. Oh, I know that movie. Anywho, gotta love Alex. God, I hope YouTube doesn't be mean to me today over this video. I really hope not. No, the show was only going to be 2 hours anyways. I was got to do stuff too today. We've been talking for a while, but I hope they're nice to me today. Please be nice. This was a funny video, okay? He was not serious about like anything. White people know all that. All right, Camilla Cabello is in front of us here, whose album isn't doing so well right now, and a lot of people have compared it to all of her previous projects, and it's ending up into this tumble fire of why did you go into experimental on your fourth project? I don't really care. I did listen to the album, though. I don't like it at all. I hate it, actually. I think the only song that's redeemable is Drake, and I can't look at him seriously as a person right now. I always giggle. But she had to get in the middle of the Kendrick and Drake beef. and said that they should have dinner and sit down and talk about it. This is one of those moments where you need to mind your business. You are not a part of this conversation. You're not a part of this equation. You have no idea what you're even talking about or getting yourself into. It is a opinion, and that's adorable of you to have, but you just got into Black people's business. You just got there. The last time we were talking to you about Black people's business, you were caught saying the N-word, and they were trying to do a whole PR stunt to make sure that wasn't really a thing, even though people had very much clocked that that was something that was said that you did and how you felt. You are pulling a industry stunt where you are now going into the hip hop realm, this whole electronic whatever. I see you. I looked at all the features on that. I was like, girl, what the fuck is this? This isn't even her character. This is weird. Weird. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Whole thing about her. And it was like, no, that never happened. And then people were like, yes, it did. And it turned into this big thing. They try to turn it around and make it seem like it was nothing so that career can keep going, but it was already dropping since then. Y'all remember? And I'm not even here. I'm not putting Lil Nas in this. He make his coin. It's a Black gay man in the music industry trying to still be in it, and as well as continue to make his art, dealing with people now calling him all that. No, he can do what he want to do right now. Just don't put some bullshit out there. But I can't even do it. You know what I'm saying? But with her, I see what we're doing. We're now using people for gimmicks. We're now going into this. I'm trying to change this up and do something different. It's a mess for me. You don't give coke or ecstasy teas at all. You don't give me that you take pills. You are trying to sell that illusion. If y'all haven't really clocked in yet. I watched the whole thing and I said, let me listen to this sound, this music. And it's like, this is music for people who are just discovering Molly, ecstasy, pills. It's giving college. It's giving that. And I don't receive it from her. I don't see it. I'm like, no, I'm afraid. No. But her getting into Kendrick and Drake's shit, I'm like, girl, no, stay away from it. She's a former member of Fifth Harmony that people tried to, what's the word I'm looking for? They tried to make her the victim of the group because she was always the awkward looking one, if we're really going to be honest with it. And so she became popular with that sort of bit. I think personally she sold that card to get her to her solo fame, but I'll be quiet. Girl cannot dance, can't sing either in my opinion, but it is what it is. I don't know. You know, she was going into her Latin roots, and then that was the push that really set if you're really going to talk about her, she was really pushing that for a second, and then it was really what propelled her. I remember around the time she's Cuban, I think, right? Yeah, she was like, that was about the emphasis of her, and then it turned into something else, and then she was dating Shawn Mendes, and everyone was like, he's gay, and she's just a beard, and this isn't even a real relationship, and da 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 da. And her music was going into that pop direction. It was taking itself out of sort of the flavorfulness of it all. And now all of a sudden we're in this era. And I'm like, who is this bitch? No shade. A little bit. Yeah. So to me, she reads as an opportunist when it comes to music versus an actual artist that's trying to convey something. Everything feels very forced and unrealistic. I just saw that video of her recreating that Nicki Minaj moment of getting on the private jet. The reason why that moment was so iconic for Nicki is because of how it was Nicki getting on a private jet. It was for the Barbs. Those were her people that she was doing something really see you next Tuesday for. It made sense. And it became viral because it was just, we'll take it out of context. Did you see the video of her almost falling, trying to do the most? I was like, y'all, this is weird. I don't know what she's doing, but it's not looking good. Her album is not charting the way it's supposed to. Normani is also, she knows that struggle very much. I don't know what's going on with the former girls, but it hasn't been really good. For Camila, I don't have nothing else really to say about her. She's not my cup of tea. If you're a fan of her music, I hope it's hitting And that if you like one of her songs, like tell me in the comment section. I just don't have nothing for her, but I don't want y'all to feel like, Matt, come on. I'm like, you like her. I don't get it. I don't see it. I can't receive it. It's not for me. I have tried. I have sat there and had a good face and watched, but if something doesn't really read to me, I just can't sit there and go, oh, that's fine. I just have to be like, that's trash. Can't do it. Turn around. If she got injured, she got injured. Like, Normani can't help an injury. She can help an injury. Last topic of the day. I love we had Alex on. We had it was like an intertwining of just me and Alex just talking about like just stuff, just having conversations, and then going into another level here. But anywho, moving forward. Pheromone Trinity the Tuck Drag Race. Somebody in Patreon asked me, like, hey, Matt, are you going to cover this? And I was already going to, but I wanted to wait a little while. And so glad I did to get some more information. And now that I have more information, I can talk about this because, oh, God. Oh, okay. So this all started around COVID. And this is around the time when they had to do the drive-through drag shows. And Trinity, I guess, put one together. And there was like 50 people there. It was within the rules and regulations that they had for the state. It was all within the guidelines. But, Farrah wasn't feeling that at the time and was very anti, like, you're doing this, you're risking people's lives just so you can get money. You don't need this money, And, Trinity is like, bitch, I thought we was cool. So what are we talking about here? And it turned into that, right? So Trinity said that all on the Sibling Rivalry podcast with Monet, filling in for Bob for their own little bit, right? She also talked about J. Jolie, saying that J. Jolie spit on someone or slapped them and called them fat. I think it was, what was it, y'all? Was it spitting or slapping? I mean, either way, it's assault. But it was, they did something and called someone fat. And it was like, oh, okay. And I was like, that's what Trinity wanted to hold. Okay, I got it. I was like, okay. Now, I don't know Farrah. I've met her once. I've met Trinity too. Oh, it was spit. Okay. That was a slap. It was spitting. It's nasty. I will end somebody over spitting, right? So, oh my God. If I ever talk, man. Okay. I'm shocked that Trinity didn't say something about this in response to Farrah over what she dropped. And maybe she doesn't have all that info, but I'm sure she does because people were talking about it when it was COVID time. But like, this situation reminded me of a story I was told about one of these people. And I was like, what? During COVID, like in the relationships they have with somebody who is attached to certain things that are really wrong. And I was like, what? And it's funny that they tell you this story about how Farrah and her got into it over that. And then Farrah was like, I was dating this trans guy at the time. And then Trinity said some really effed up stuff in front of us. We didn't know how to say it, and all that kind of crap. And I was like, yo. I think if I'm just talking about the situation, that it is wrong to be transphobic. And of course, it's very telling to me how that information was pocketed until the right moment to get somebody. But this also reminds me of literally what Eureka just went through. You brought up a story. You were vague, but you mentioned it and you gave specifics to where it only includes a very small amount of people, to which then people can break it down and figure out who you are talking about. Trinity was just direct this time, but like even in Eureka's case, you opened your mouth, you said a story from your side of it, but it's not the full story. And then we get more pieces and it don't look good for you. So when Trinity did this, that was what I felt Farrah, in a sense, just did. It was more of, girl, I was trying to be good. I was trying to be cool with you. Like, we're not cool now, and we have our issues for other stuff. But let me bring up some shit that I know will get you canceled, and let me use this right now as a weapon because you try to make me come off as a bad person. And by all means, that's what Farrah can do with that tea. But I receive it as, you could have been said something about this. Then I love how I'm saying all of this, and now it's me going, then, as I was making my point, I see that this conversation did happen. And I was like, oh, so this already been done, and we're now redoing this again. So this is almost like that. This is almost like we already did this fight, but now we're going to refight again. Now we're bringing up old shit. Now we're still going at it. Whatever. I think that when it came to whatever it was with the Trinity having the COVID drag or whatever, as long as it was under the rules and regulations, and a lot of people at the time were going through a lot and needed to get out, as long as it's done well in the right way, that's fine. That's really none of Farrah's fucking business. And I thought that's ridiculous. And you trying to be this, person for the people. And it's very, girl, shut up. Like, let her mind your business at this point in time. Oh, you're an athlete. Blah, blah, blah. There was other drag shows that were happening under those certain situations. Why are we coming for her? At the same time, if I was dating a trans man and I'm with a friend of mine and we just sat down and the first thing that come out of somebody's mouth is some transphobic ass shit, I would have lost it. I would have lost it. I've lost it. And it would have been harder for me to look at them as a person again. So I can receive both sides of this in a way. This is my Libra kicking in with more emphasis on the other. But for me, in a story I remember a long time ago, I don't want to get too much more into this because, like, the timeline that they're under with the original argument is the same timeline somebody told me something in, and I'm like, they're not saying everything. They're not saying everything. This is I want Trinity, keep doing you. Farrah, keep doing you. Love to both of you. Don't like the things I heard or that were said in reference to this. I don't really care because it's none of my business, but it's Drag Race fans, so we are going to be investing. I just think for me, this feels like a bunch of bullshit. And why even bring it up? And it was like, and no shade to Trinity. This is nothing against them. This is what they wanted to do. Do your own thing. Trinity's like, let's start this off with some drama. Let me tell you who I don't like. Okay, well, first it's da-da-da-da-da. And then second it's that. I'm thinking to myself, like, you asked for this. I wouldn't, like, Farrah responding. Like, how are you mad at that? Like, she literally is like, okay, bitch, you put my name in your mouth. Say, what's up? Here's my dick. Like, what do you mean? It's crazy. That's how I feel. It's like, why even go there if you didn't want to engage in anything like this in the first place? If you didn't want to bring up old stuff, if you didn't want to do all that and da-da-da-da-da. I know it's just like tea, we just talk, but, and again, that's Trinity's business. But to me, this is what happens when people like to, girl, she did this, that, and the other, and whoop to whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. But yeah, for me, that drama was old. It just got rehashed again. More shit was put on top of it, and now it's like, oh, so we gotta hate her again. And I'm like, well, I mean, you could hate her for other reasons. You could hate both of them for whatever reasons. You could love them for whatever reasons. But for me, it just felt like this is exactly the same thing that happened with Eureka. You mentioned someone, they didn't talk about you, and then they squash it, and then they don't squash it, and it's just like, this is a lot. But yeah, I just thought the whole, let's start off with the drama. I'm thinking, okay, so you wanted this. Don't say that you didn't want this, or, oh, it's not that big of it. You wanted, you name names. It wasn't like, no. Anyway. Good luck to both of them. I'm going to wrap this video up with a message about something that I had addressed earlier, but I didn't really get to talk about with everyone here, but I'm going to sort of conclude this. So I was supposed to be doing an interview with Lena from House of Fire, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. And I don't think it's best that it happens now, based off of an interview that was done with Valerie Vision, which I didn't know about. I didn't even know that Valerie was part of that conversation. I don't need to know that because it's not my business. But I was under the impression that we were going to do something. And then when I saw the video that she did with Valerie, it was like, okay, this makes perfect sense. It's basically also two femme queens doing this together. The relatability makes a lot more sense in terms of getting your story out, or also being able to convey the message that you want to convey with someone who you feel more comfortable with and relate to. So I have no disrespect or shade to Valerie or Lena, but I was disappointed because when I saw that, it took away from the initial idea I had for the interview and the research that I did on Lena prior to said interview, where I asked her, would you like to do, and when this would happen, and there wasn't communication after that. So, I don't like to chase, and I like to work with folks that want to work with me and believe and do all that with me and all that kind of stuff. And I have no hate towards her, no disrespect. I don't hold it personally, but I'm not going to be doing it anymore. And I don't want to do it anymore based on how that just happened. Because I didn't know it, and then I saw it, it really hurt. And I was just like, whoa. But I was also like, this makes a lot more sense to me. So I couldn't be mad. I just was like, I would have liked a heads up. I would have liked something. I would have much more preferred for something to happen, or something like that. So, yeah. Tony, there's another. Oh God, I there's a lot with that part, but there's something else too. And that's why I was like, this argument that's happening between the two. It's like there is a lot. I think there are the things they're mad about that they can discuss. And I think there's also other things going on too. And whether they can agree to disagree or whatever, it's none of our business, but it's like, it's like, they got stuff going on, if anything. That's the best way I would put it. They got stuff going on. None of our business, but they got stuff going on. But yeah, other than that, it's okay. I respect Lena. I think she's amazing, and I have respect for her career and all the things that she's done. And then I also, respect Valerie as a content creator too. It has nothing to do with this. I mentioned it in like my Patreon, and one of my Rant Pack members was like, well, Matt, did you talk to, I'm like, I talked to Valerie about what? I don't have to talk about her or anything because it does nothing to do with her. Like that is the initial conversation that took place between another individual and me, and then we changed that up. So I'm cool with that. But when people ask me why I don't do interviews often and why I don't reach out, it's because of stuff like this. Because I do, care, and I do give a fuck. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. But yeah, but I just wanted to make that clear in case people are driving a narrative or feeling like, oh, Matt, you said you were going to do something and then you didn't do it. It's like, no, well, I would have liked to, but it didn't work in my favor this time. So just so you know. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe we'll get another interview with somebody else, or maybe something will come up in the future. I know Angeri's wanted to be on the show, and I know that happens sometimes, like with Cornbread and other people, and they don't come through. There's no hate that needs to be sent to anybody. People do have schedules that do come up. Things do happen. We'll see them sometimes where it just so happens to be like everything aligned in the perfect way for them to be on someone else's platform. I do know that sometimes their fans can also talk against me and be very much, I love you, but I don't like Matty, and it would really hurt me if I saw you on the channel. I did have one queen tell me that one time, that a fan asked for them not to be on my platform because they felt like I am not a nice person. So I can only, I can't apologize to someone that wants to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Where do we go with that? So yeah. Sis Peach, I don't like to share anything like I used to because I was told not to. And that's like, you know, I'm tired of always hearing about this stuff, Matthew. So I'm like, okay, I had people tell me that. They're like, we just want the show. And I'm like, okay. And I did that for a while with moments of me sharing pocket pieces. But lately, I've really been seeing the hate for me, and it's been suffocating. So like when he was lifting me up, that meant a lot. But like, it's becoming suffocating. It's becoming painful to read. It's becoming difficult to see a lot of the times. Because I know I'm not a bad person and I'm not evil. And I do have opinions and some things that we don't agree on. But I never take anger and maliciousness to bed, home, to wake up with me. And I hate being painted in that direction. And also being told to be silent when I want to talk about issues that are important to me as a Black gay man. It really fucking hurts. And so I try just to continue being me. I have noticed it in my views and how it's affecting me and stuff like that. But yeah, I just so you know, there are people who are watching this now who were probably here who I'm a part of their routine. I know I see that with other YouTubers who face those same things for other different reasons. But yeah, I give a fuck. I got to meet some Rant Pack people when I was in the streets in Houston during Pride, and that was like special just to see folks like recognize me. I don't know whoever baby was in the cowboy Carter with the red shorts and the suspenders with the beret that was given, talking about, oh, we got a celebrity out in the streets. It's MattyRants. I was like, don't, like, that did feel nice, but it was also like a moment because they didn't know prior to them speaking to me, I was not having the best of days. I don't like going out. I have extreme social anxiety. People think I'm standoffish and I'm not, and I want to cry when they say that, but it's a thing where I have like sort of like, I don't know, I become kind of goofy, but it makes me feel good when I'm talking to folks and maybe my first interaction is a corny joke or something, and that's me. But not everybody receives that, and they'll give you like a weird look, and it makes me not want to engage anymore. Yeah, so it's tough trying to balance my kooky corniness with also being like, I'm not trying to be a severe bad bitch like you really think I am. I'm really just gauging who you are. Because if you give me asshole, you're going to get bitch face all day. But like the moment I can receive something from you, I'm like, okay, I can be myself around this person. This makes sense to me. Because I've been myself around other people and they've taken advantage of that. So that's kind of where that's at with me. It's weird. Yeah, that was me during most of Pride. Like, someone would see my friend and start talking to me. And one thing I really hate is somebody with a limp handshake. And there were so many people who, while very attractive, when they went to shake my hand, it's just like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, but I have offended people, and I have had people who disagree with me. I've had this one woman was going nuts one time. She was like, you keep bringing up, you say things like mayonnaise when you're talking about white people. Well, what if I said fried chicken for Black people? And I was like, you're kind of missing the point of where the jokes are coming from and why it's not supposed to be a direct shot at you. But then people start to take things very personally, and so I have to change it up. Then what y'all will say is, well, Matthew, you're not as funny as you used to be. You used to be so much funnier. And then you mention Dooley or C. Diggy or Jamar, and then it becomes this contest where it's like a complete comparison of all of us, where some people don't even want to see me anymore. They just want to see my friends. And that sucks, you know? And it's like, what do you do? Should I have never have done this? Should I have brought this to the table? I mean, that's going to happen, and not everyone's going to like me, but God damn it, if I don't understand how Michael Scott feels sometimes, I understand. No, I'm not. I'm being just like Alex was being honest earlier. I'm being very, very real. I will get shit all the time. I remember this one person in person, they didn't even know how insulting or mean it was to say to me, but it was very much Jamar was given all these kind of like love and shit like that. And I thought that was great. And I wasn't even expecting to even be spoken to because they may just know Jamar. This person literally turns to me. Well, it took me a while to get used to you, but I think you're cool now. Yeah. Because I want people to get the show that they want, and I don't want to impede on that. And I take it personally. Unfortunately, got to stop doing that. But it hurts because I literally sacrifice my Sundays. I rarely get, like this last Sunday, I had such a great time. I got to go to the movies. I got to go out day drinking with my friends and go to brunch and shit. I literally like have sacrificed so much of my life for this, and I don't want to change anything about it. I want to continue doing this, but it also makes me feel like I'm being slowly pushed away, if that makes any sense. Like I'm slowly doing it, and instead of me becoming aggressive and angry and you're lashing, I'm sort of becoming more submissive about it. I'm sort of becoming very like this because I just feel like if I go off about it, it's not going to solve anything, and overstressing myself about the situation isn't going to either. But I do have days where I get sad and I cry about where my channel is now and compared to what it was last year, and people who were following me that don't follow me anymore, that are so anti-me now. That stuff makes me very sad. I cry about it. I'm being very real. I don't like hurting people's feelings, and I don't like to make anyone upset. So it sucks when I do it. And I like to cack, I like to read, and like to joke, but I don't ever put things like really personally unless you said something that was way out of line and then all that kind of shit, you know? So it's really difficult for me to balance the two right now. And with my therapist currently, it's one of our workshop things right now is balancing my emotions when it comes to navigating social media and how people operate, and recognizing that there are some folks out there who are truly just unhinged and not taking it personally. It's the truth. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not going to sob right now about it, but it's just the truth. Like, I give a lot of fucks. And when y'all tip and do stuff like that, it's more than helps. It saves my life half the time. But like I really give a fuck. Get up every morning and I'm like, I gotta do something for my channel. I gotta make sure these people, I talk to them like every day. And I feel bad when I don't. And I think about it all the time. Like if I'm not thinking about my YouTube channel, I'm thinking about my cats. And it's sad a little bit. And I felt that a little bit when I was out at Pride, and I kept thinking about going home to my cats because I felt uncomfortable in most places. And that man pushed me in fucking Eagle, like you're charging through the bar and you like elbow me, and so I have to like do this, and you decide to push me, and I'm thinking to myself, this white older man was fully prepared for me to get in a fight with him where they were more than likely going to arrest me at Pride. And while I was ready to beat him into everything, I thought about it later, and I was like, I am so sick of allowing people to trigger me for the most obscure bullshitty things. One, but two, I'm sick of even with me working on my power and feeling my power, not feeling physically and emotionally appreciated by someone. And it's the truth. And I don't talk to my family as often as I do, but when we do, it's great and it rocks. But to be very fair, I rarely speak to them. It's really just me here. When I log off, I'm by myself, just like a lot of us are. So if you're one of those people who's like that and you're like, hey, you're my family, Matt, or these people online are my family, and when I get off, it's back to ghost. That's how I feel a lot of the time. And my cats, you know, I love them down. And that's why I'm always so scared about, let's make sure that we're not in a situation where we're in a hotel again. And let's make sure that we're not in a situation where we don't have a car again. Let's make sure that we have our shit together. Let's make sure that we're emotionally ready for something and somebody else, because all I've wanted was to be with somebody and get something together, like a family. It doesn't have to be kids or not, and then just make people happy. It's all I fucking wanted. It's all I've ever prayed for. a family of my own, and to make people happy. And I think I do make people happy. I just would like to feel that the work that I'm putting in is coming back. Last year I felt it. Like truthfully, last year, oh my God. Like it was I no complaints. This year though, it's been a rough one. It's been a rough year. Ever since the end of last year going into this year. And when I was taking breaks and thinking that I could, it was hurting. And I was like, I need the break though. So I don't know. Just want to be honest. Well, no, the difference within the year is that YouTube's pushing shorter content in shorts. It's going into that TikTok realm of the universe. And so these long live streams, if you have the audience that is very consistent with coming, you'll be fine. But my consistency with my audience is not the same as it used to be because I don't cover everything like I used to. I've become a little bit more selective. And also, you know, I sort of change up the way I do things now. And you see me sometimes, you know, giving a very sharp opinion or a very balanced opinion or this, that, and the other. And so it has affected me, which is why you've seen me do shorts now. And yes, it has changed up some of my thing. I'm like, okay, I see YouTube. You really want me to do those. And so I've started to focus on trying to create stuff and also make things out like that. So Kenny, I'm gonna just tell you this right now about me and MattyRants, a single sissy. Okay, let me just tell you. At this point, wherever you are at the world, wherever you are at, whoever you are, just hurry up. I'm sick and tired. I have an amazing mouth, an amazing back, and I'm an amazing man. That's all I have right now. While I can be an emotional person, it should never be considered too much. If anything, I'm somebody that probably can pull out the best person out of you, especially now in my age and where I'm at, especially with who I am. Me 10 years ago would not be this vulnerable in a conversation like this to understand that I'm going to be fine and that I just got to keep on fucking doing the work, right? I would have definitely still been in my woe is me, but I know somebody's got something for me and there's somebody out there for me and this, that, and the other. And I'm most certainly not hideous. So like whoever's going to lie about that looks like the bottom of someone's calloused foot. But like, you know, as many people are in the world, everybody ain't for everybody. And so for me, I chill on that. But just with my channel, like, this is my baby. This is the thing that no one believed I could do that now people are asking me how to do. The people that weren't taking me seriously are now like, what should, how should, when do? And I love it. And I love that you're my favorite. Even if you're like, you're not my favorite, but I like watch, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. I'm excited to meet people who have spent their days with me. I'm excited. I don't know if anybody in this chat has met me in person that's here today. I can recognize some people, but like, I'm definitely not an ass. And I'm definitely that guy who, when you meet me, it is nothing but the fucking love. Like, hello, we talk. Hello. This is us. This is what we do. Like, it's finally glad to meet you. And it always makes me happy to see that. And I take that home with me. Everybody who I meet at DragCon or in places, and like the people I met in Houston Pride, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't no one stopping me. I just like to at least get it off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to get it out there. Like, yo, people have been really nasty to me. Yes, they have been projecting it as me. Yes, I have been wrong on certain occasions. Yes, I can fully take accountability and responsibility for that. I can also say in the same breath, it's never been that deep. You've made it that deep for other reasons, and you don't want to be honest about it. And I'm just going to continue doing what I do because there are people who want to hear my opinion. That's all. But yeah, sometimes I can't get everybody on my show because I don't have the views like I used to. And there are people who are trying to get out there. So if you're ever like Maddie, I'm suggesting these people and they're not responding. They probably saw my views, babe, and said, I don't want to go over there with that. Or, oh no, they read because of the panel and he's probably not going to give me that, because some folks are afraid of me. And it's a gag when I meet them and they're like, oh girl, I thought you were going to be this different person. I'm like, how? You don't really watch then. Someone sent you a clip of me. You don't really watch. Someone sent you a clip and gave you a narrative, but you don't watch if you thought that that's what you were going to get from me. The only people who know what's up, because when we did a meet in person, they gave me the energy that made me go, oh, no, thank you. And that's very, 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 very few people. No, yeah, YouTube is... As much as I love this platform and what it's done for me, I do feel let down by it lately, and I've been trying very hard to match its boogie, but it's giving me a very tough run right now. So yeah. Oh, speaking of House on Fire or House of Fire, I really appreciate one of the messages they sent me. I think they watch more than just the House on Fire stuff. But, even when they mentioned, like, thank you, and it's also nice to know you have, like, actual knowledge in ballroom, it did pull me back into my time frame of, when I was walking and doing balls and all that kind of shit, and how later on in life, when I wasn't doing that anymore, if I ever mentioned it, people would be like, I don't believe you. And it's like, what? Oh my God, did you see Sarah? Okay, because I'm a former gymnast now. I'm a former gymnast. I was in Olympic training at one point in time. I don't bullshit here. Bella Crowley was one of my coaches in Houston many moons ago, out here in Tomball, and he had a gym out here. And my parents used to take me. It started at school with tumbling and gymboree, and then it moved into full gymnastics where he was my coach. That's how I know how to do a backflip and splits and all that. That man taught me, okay? Met his wife, knew the whole bit. They owned the gym. If you've ever been in a gym with springboards, like if you're a cheerleader and shit like that, that smells like home for me. But I was watching gymnastics too. Simone is probably one of the greatest athletes of all time. Miss Biles is probably one of the greatest athletes of all time. She pulls things off that no one can do, and stunts I would never do. And remember, she took off for that time and people were like giving her trouble for it. But it was like, baby, like when you are a gymnast, yeah, I can do a backflip, back walkover, back flip, back tuck, front tuck, aerial, all into that. I've posted videos of me doing that. I still have my flexibility at 37. When you do a vault or you do any sort of tumbling routine and you're throwing your body in the air, you are literally letting go and letting God. Let go and let God. Because the idea is to land correctly. That's you know how it feels to pull the stunt, boom, stick. But you can be in air and become disoriented very quickly. You could lose it everywhere you're at. And then the next thing you know, you've landed on your neck. You've landed on your head. You can land. Matthew, this guy here, I have landed, boom, boom, many a times on my head and my neck. My parents used to always say, Matthew, you should be like literally not able to move. I've been hit by a car before. I've been hit by a tractor. I've fallen on my head so many times, girl, because I used to do stunts all the time. I was, again, a gymnast and all that shit. I was the guy jumping off the pool and doing back handsprings or backflips, and I'm also the same guy hitting his head on the pool. And all. Yeah, I'm clumsy and crazy. Anyway. So when she's doing these techniques and tricks that are technically extremely dangerous and also never been done, it's because, yes, the risk is high. So she's pulling them off like it's nothing. She's amazing. I love gymnastics. It's one of my favorite sports of all time, next to tennis and track and field. Yeah. I like to watch football and basketball and soccer. I can go to I would prefer to be at a basketball game, a soccer game, or a football game. People think I can't watch sports or be into it. I was literally thrown into sports because, you know, pop wanted to make you a man and shit. So it's like, okay. Okay, we lost 2 subscribers, y'all, from this live today for me speaking my truth here. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. I made sure to do a refresh when that just, I was like, I on purpose, before I started being honest, I said, let me look at my count. Okay, cool. Let me start speaking my truth and talking my tea. I lost 2 subscribers just for speaking. People don't want to hear what I got to say. So I will try to stay focused on the regular stuff and maybe make it on some other platforms and do my own personal thing here. But yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I really want to thank Alexander Rodgers for coming in. I need to go ahead and put him in the title now and get his name in there and put his links up. I really appreciate Alex. Is one of my good friends and I love him to death. So like, make sure you send him some love and all that kind of good stuff. And then we just keep on going there and then we'll just do it from that, right? This is what I mean. Your misery and negativity is contagious. I'm not sure I was being that way. I mean, I don't think I was, but I feel you have a valid point there for me. So you're more than likely right that consistently I've been that person. So probably, I don't know. I don't know. I was like, what was that for? But if that's what they're feeling and that's probably like, yeah, maybe it's something I'm not seeing and they're catching that from me and that's what they think about me. So I don't know. Well, no, we don't need to attack anybody in reference for that, but like they said what they needed to say. So no, but I told you that's, I mean, they kind of just showed the example what I was talking about with people doing that. And there you go. Someone watching me waiting and now they just want to speak their piece, but they got it though. They got it. So it's okay. No, it's okay. That it's probably the truth. I mean, yeah. It's contagious. So my apologies. Let me get out of here. I am so sorry. I will see you for the next one. And if you want to drop a titty poo, thank you. But if not, totally get it. And I will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.
Listen.